Chapter 31 Big Cats vs Small Cats. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After the plate crystals are blown to pieces, the metal wires curl up and form golden particles the size of soybeans, which are shiny and like gold. They are a little soft to the touch, but full of toughness. Although these golden particles are small, they are not light in weight. Each one weighs about the same as a 2-inch long embroidery needle. This is why even though the dragon beard needle is as thin as a hair, it can be used as a hidden weapon. Buzzing. Liangchen directly used his soul power to compress and spread the golden particles, turning them into hair-thin needles. Swish. Liangchen waved his hand towards a tree pole, and the thin needles sank directly into the bark of the tree. The needles lost the compression of the soul power and quickly curled into a ball, causing a small bump to bulge on the bark. As expected of the dragon beard needle, this is simply an excellent hidden weapon for sneak attacks on enemies. In the original plot, Tang San told Xiao Wu that if he wanted to practice these hidden weapon techniques, he had to waste his soul power to practice. Liangchen thought this was pure nonsense. This guy clearly doesn't want to teach Xiao Wu, so he has to make a nonsense excuse. This method of launching hidden weapons is completely childish for a cultivator. Thinking of this, Liangchen sneered, shot the remaining hundreds of golden beads into the cracks of the rocks, and then found a dry cave to spend the night. At the same time, in a shabby hut in the Holy Soul village of the distant Nodding City, a boy of about 12 years old was hammering hard with a hammer. There was a girl next to him with 2 pink bunny ears on her head. She looked very cute. At this moment, the girl looked at the boy quietly with a happy smile on her face. Dang dang, dang dang. The room was very quiet, except for the sound of forging iron. These two people are Tang San and Xiao Wu. Now they have graduated from Nodding City Junior Soul Master Academy and will go to Shrek Academy soon. Xiao Wu, help me pull the bellows. When he thought that he was about to create several extremely lethal hidden weapons, Tang San felt very happy, and he swung the hammer with more energy. Suddenly, Tang San shuddered all over, and the hammer in his hand didn't hold firmly and hit him directly on the tip of his toes. Ouch! Tang San covered his toes and rubbed them continuously. Xiao San, what's wrong with you? Xiao Wu, who was blowing the bellows for Tang San, quickly ran over to check the injury on Tang San's foot. It's okay, I'm probably too tired, just take a rest. Seeing Xiao Wu caring so much about him, Tang San smiled on his face. Tang San didn't know what was going on with him. A few months ago, he also shivered when he was in class at school, and now that feeling came again. Brother, then you should have a good rest. We will fight again tomorrow. Xiao Wu also thought that Tang San was tired, so she advised him to take a rest. In the past 6 years, Tang San has been living smoothly under the guidance of the master. His soul power has been raised to level 29, and he has also obtained 2 of the best soul rings, one from the 400-year-old mandala snake and the 600-year-old ghost vine. He excelled at Nodding City College and became the best student. Xiao Wu's soul power was the same as Tang San's, and she also became his sister, which made his old and lonely heart begin to waver. The kingdom of Barak is adjacent to the province of Fasno, and to the south is the Star Luo Empire, separated only by a border mountain range. Seeing that there was still plenty of time, Liangchen decided to go to the border mountains to look for some medicinal materials and practice his shooting skills. The border mountains are hundreds of kilometers long, extending from the west of the Barak Kingdom to Fasno Province, including the mountains behind the Holy Soul Village. There are no soul beasts in the border mountains, and Liangchen doesn't worry about any safety issues. He shuttles through the forest every day, eats all kinds of game, and lives a happy life. After I came out and lay down, I spent most of the time wandering around the mountains. I almost turned into a different world version of Mr. Bay. On this morning, Liangchen was roasting wild boar in a mountain forest. Although there were no soul beasts in the mountain, there were still ordinary animals. This wild boar had just been shot with the Chicken King. ZZ. At this moment, the wild boar meat is being roasted by Liangchen until it is sizzling with oil, and then sprinkled with some spices and salt water. The aroma is overflowing and makes people's fingers lick. Get her quickly. Click. Suddenly, 1,000 meters away, a woman's screams were heard, as well as the sounds of pursuit and fighting. Who could it be? Liangchen immediately took out the Assault King 416 Hong Kong dollars, turned on the safety, and alerted the surroundings. Swish, swish, swish. At this moment, a tall black woman appeared a few hundred meters ahead, running quickly towards her direction. This girl is very young and very beautiful. She has two cat ear-like headdresses on her head and a tail-like decoration on her back. She looks a bit cute. Her big eyes revealed an anxious and frightened look, and her fair face had a hint of blush, which made her look very beautiful, especially her tight-fitting leather jacket, which showed off her hot figure to the fullest. This woman's dress made Liangchen's eyes light up. It was obvious that she was a top beauty. Tight leather jacket and pants. With cat ears and tail. And that hot body. This can't be the little cat Zhu Zhuqing, right? Why is she here? I think this girl doesn't dare to go through the checkpoint at the border between the two countries openly. She can only cross the border mountains. Seeing the woman's outfit through the scope, Liangchen instantly remembered the Zhu Zhuqing he met a few years ago, so Liangchen quickly put the gun into his gaming backpack, picked up the roasted wild boar meat, and ate it slowly while looking at everything in the distance. Swish, swish, swish. About a minute later, Zhu Zhuqing rushed 10 meters in front of Liangchen and stopped immediately. Looking at Liangchen's handsome face, Zhu Zhuqing suddenly evoked a memory in her heart, but she was afraid that this person was a bad person, so she immediately activated her martial spirit, and her two fingers turned into sharp claws, turning into a cat-eared girl. Looks fierce and fierce, very charming. Who are you? Zhu Zhuqing asked cautiously. I just went into the mountains to collect herbs. Liangchen said calmly, and then continued eating barbecue, pretending not to care about the other party. Someone is chasing me from behind. Get out of here quickly, otherwise you will be harmed. Zhu Zhuqing didn't want to implicate an innocent young man because of his own affairs, and besides, this young man was so good-looking. What a kitten. The heart is kind. Liangchen praised the other party in his heart. Among the Shrek 7 monsters, this girl has the most righteous views. I haven't finished the roasted wild boar meat yet. Besides, the enemy is chasing you, not me, so what does it have to do with me? Liangchen said lightly, and then continued to eat the fragrant barbecue. Zhu Zhuqing was stunned. She thought that after the other party saw her, a hero would come to save the beauty. Unexpectedly, the other party didn't care about her at all. However, she also understood that the other party was not her and had no obligation to help her. This guy was quite handsome, and the grilled meat was very fragrant. It aroused the greed in Zhu Zhuqing's stomach, and he couldn't help but swallow his saliva. Kitten. I see you're hungry too. Do you want a piece? Seeing the other party's swallowing of saliva, Liangchen took a piece of golden and crispy pork ribs, shook it in his hand, and even deliberately said the title Little Kitten. Didn't your adults tell you? How can you eat food from strangers when you are away from home? Zhu Zhuqing grew up under the pressure of his sister, so he is naturally very vigilant. Did you just call me kitten? You are. At this moment, Zhu Zhuqing immediately lost his composure when he heard that the extremely handsome young man in front of him actually called him a kitten. In Zhu Zhuqing's memory, a 6-year-old boy named Liangchen once called himself a kitten. That little boy impressed her deeply and she will never forget it. The more she looked at it, the more she felt that the boy in front of her was different from a few years ago. The little boy before was somewhat similar. You are dressed like a girl with cat ears, aren't you a kitten? Liangchen smiled faintly. He had been walking around in the mountains these past few days without wearing a mask. It seemed that his identity was revealed by his voice like a kitten. Come on, my sister's people will come to kill you soon. At this moment, Zhu Zhuqing was sure that this young man was the little boy from back then. He immediately rushed over, took Liangchen's hand, and prepared to run away together. Swish, swish, swish. At this moment, 5 masked men and a woman in black with a hot figure appeared in front of them, blocking their way. My good sister, where are you going? that the woman in black asked Zhu Zhuqin calmly. When she saw Liangchen's extremely handsome face, her eyes suddenly lit up. Zhuqin, who is he? That the appearance of the woman in black is somewhat similar to Zhu Zhuqing's, her figure is also very hot, and she is a little more mature than Zhu Zhuqin, and she is full of temptation. Zhu Zhuyun, it's none of his business. Don't involve innocent people in our affairs. Zhu Zhuqing stood in front of Liangchen. For this young man who had saved her life, she did not want to hurt him because of her own affairs. Run quickly, as far as possible. Zhu Zhuqing pushed Liangchen and urged him to leave quickly. You said this beauty is your sister, how could she kill you? Liangchen stood still and did not move. He had a big killer weapon in his hand, and these people did not pose any threat to him. Little brother, although you are very handsome, my sister can't bear to kill you, but there are some things that my sister can't help herself with. Zhu Zhuyun smiled at Liangchen, and coupled with her hot figure, she was full of temptation. Get rid of that young man and take Zhuqing away. Zhu Zhuyun turned around and gave cold orders to the people next to her. She was a very realistic person, and the struggle for power forced her to be ruthless. Yes. Crown Princess. 5 men walked towards Liangchen, laughing arrogantly. Jie jie jie. Boy, it's just your fate. If you see some things, you have to die. Buzzing. These 5 people have all opened martial arts at this moment, 3 of them are soul kings, and the other 2 are high-level soul masters. Don't come over here. I'll get angry if you come over again. I'm telling you, when I get violent, even I feel scared. Liangchen stepped back quickly, pretending to be scared. Jie jie jie. Boy, are you stunned? Let us see how powerful you are. The killers looked at Liangchen's frightened look, with playful looks in their eyes, and laughed unbridled. Zhu Zhuyun, don't hurt him, I'll go with you. When Zhu Zhuqing saw the 5 killers preparing to attack Liangchen, he immediately possessed his martial spirit and ran over to help. My good sister, it seems that your relationship with this handsome boy is not simple. But as a member of the Xingluo Zhu family, you should know that doing this will bring disaster to the Zhu family. Laifu, kill that boy. Possessed by Zhu Zhuyun's martial spirit, he stood in front of his sister and coldly gave orders to the killers. Although she did not want to take action against her sister, the cruel power struggle left her with no choice. Swish, swish, swish. Zhu Zhuyun, don't slander me. He and I just met by chance, it's nothing. Zhu Zhuqing directly fought with his sister, but her strength gap was too big and she was no match at all. Zhu Zhuyun kept teasing her, like a cat and a mouse. My good sister, you can't fight me. Come back with me quickly. Zhu Zhuyun easily defused his sister's attack while persuading her. Zhu Zhuyun, even if I die outside, I won't go back with you. Zhu Zhuqing said coldly. If you come here again, I will fight back. While Liangchen used mysterious footwork to deal with those people, he glanced at the battle between the 2 sisters in the distance. Jie jie jie. Boy, please hand over your footwork training method quickly. Maybe we can make your death a little easier. Several killers felt that Liangchen's footwork was a bit strange, and he always managed to avoid their pursuit cleverly. Stop first and I'll tell you. Jie jie jie. Boy, hurry up. As soon as Liangchen said this, the 5 people on the other side looked at each other and laughed. It'll be ready soon. At this moment, Liangchen suddenly took out his Glock 21 and shot at the 5 killers. Pft. Pft, pft. Glock 21s are equipped with silencers and the sound is very low. Several killers were hit one after another before they could react. The whole process only took a few seconds. Ah! Boy, you don't have martial ethics. The 5 killers who were chasing Liangchen fell straight to the ground and died. I've told you, it's scary when I'm cruel. After Liangchen killed the 5 killers, before Sister Zhu Zhuqing could react, he put the gun back into his game backpack, then quickly took out the blue smoke sword and pretended to dance. Originally, Liangchen planned to use force to solve the problem, but when he saw that the opponent had a strong Soul King, he would definitely expose his martial soul once a fight started, so he immediately used a gun to solve the problem. This was fast and efficient, and still maintained a sense of mystery. Liangchen didn't know the reason. In the world of Douluo, these weapons and equipment were more powerful. The Glock 21 had a range of 100 meters. As for the 416 Hong Kong dollars, it was more than 1,000 meters away. It was even more terrifying. It was the Barrett 22 Malawian Kwachas. Once during practice, Liangchen directly smashed a large tree trunk as thick as a bowl 2.5 kilometers away. It was almost like a cannonball. These Soul Kings could not withstand the lethality of Glock 21 at such a close distance and were killed instantly. The sudden scream also attracted Zhu Zhuyan's attention. The next moment, when he saw that all his men were dead, he was so frightened that his face turned pale and he fell directly to the ground, begging for mercy in horror while retreating. Ah! Don't kill me! Don't kill me! Zhu Zhuqing wiped his eyes and looked at the 5 killers lying straight on the ground. He felt as if they were in a dream. He immediately ran to Liangchen and said incredulously. You got rid of them? How did you do it? Liangchen spread his hands. They want to attack me, what can I do? As for how to kill them, I will keep it secret for now. Hey! Kitty, what are you going to do with your sister? Liangchen asked Zhu Zhuqing. Don't kill me, don't kill me. Zhu Zhuyan shouted in horror. Zhu Zhuqing looked at the frightened Zhu Zhuyan in the distance and shook his head. Let her go. Zhu Zhuyan, go back and be your crown princess. From now on, we will be on the same road, each going his own way. When Zhu Zhuqing saw Liangchen's mysterious methods, she made an important decision in her heart, but she did not show it immediately, but hid it in her heart. Thank you, sister. Seeing that his sister let him go, Zhu Zhuyan immediately ran towards the depths of the mountains. Who is that young man? He actually instantly eliminated several men sent by Davis, among them Lai Fu, and the others are the powerful Soul Kings. How did he do it? When did such a monster appear in the Tiando Empire? Looking at that young man, he is about the same age as Zhu Qing. It's too scary. Thinking of this, Zhu Zhuyan suddenly broke into a cold sweat and his whole body was dripping with fragrant sweat. He immediately quickened his pace and ran towards Xingluo Kingdom quickly. Chapter 32 The Kitten's Choice. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Liangchen looked at the 5 killers who fell on the ground and shook his head helplessly. This was the second time he had killed enemies since he came to this different world, and he had gradually gotten used to it. You guys, you know how to fight and kill all day long. It's so annoying. After Liangchen complained, he took out the shovel from the soul guide, dug a pile of mud, and buried these killers. Zhu Zhuqing also came up help out. Hey! Kitten, are you scared when you see these killers dead? Liangchen was surprised that the kitten didn't leave when he saw it, and even took the initiative to help with the work. What are you afraid of? We are soul masters. It is normal to face such a scene. Zhu Zhuqing suppressed the nausea in his heart and continued to help dig the soil. I encountered a group of gangsters looting a small village before. In order to save the villagers, I took action to get rid of the villains. When I saw them fall, I felt sick, but in order to save the villagers, I only did it. Sooner or later we soul masters will face killings, and we will encounter this situation frequently in the future. Liangchen told Zhu Zhuqing that he also felt sick when he got rid of evildoers for the first time. I see. Zhu Zhuqing calmed down. He had seen dead people at home before, but he was far away at that time and had no such close contact. After finishing all these things, Liangchen was ready to leave here. I originally wanted to eat roasted wild boar, but several killers died here. It's very unlucky. Kitty, where are you going? Liangchen asked Zhu Zhuqing. Although he knew that she would go to Shrek Academy, he still asked to see if the other party had other ideas. I haven't decided where to go yet. Where are you going? I'll go with you. Zhu Zhuqing stared at Yi Liangchen's handsome face, and she didn't care that this guy called her a kitten. At this moment, she thought of what her sister-in-law said to herself: work hard to live, break away from the prison of fate, and hope to find her own happiness. Zhu Zhuqing had seen Yi Liangchen's wonderful boxing and sword skills before, and this time he saw this guy kill 5 killers instantly, including 3 Soul Kings. This incredible ability moved her heart. After finally meeting this young man again, how could Zhu Zhuqing let go of such an opportunity? He planned to follow him for a while, and maybe learn some martial arts from him later. Didn't you say you were looking for someone? Yi Liangchen was stunned when he heard that this girl was going to follow him. Wasn't she going to Shrek Academy? Why are you following me? Let's talk about finding someone later. Where are you going? Let me come with you. Zhu Zhuqing looked at Yi Liangchen quietly with an expectant look in her eyes. She wanted to tell the young man something in her heart, but she was too shy to say it out for the time being. Okay then. Let's get out of here first. After Yi Liangchen finished speaking, he walked directly forward, and Zhu Zhuqing followed behind. Yi Liangchen, what level is your soul power now? Zhu Zhuqing remembered that when he met this guy a few years ago, he was already very powerful, and his martial spirit was also super beautiful, and he wanted to take a look again. I am now a level 39 Soul Master. Buzzing. Yi Liangchen directly released the goddess martial spirit, and the 3 yellow, purple and black soul rings slowly rose up, flashing and dazzling. Yellow, purple and black. The second soul ring of 1,000 years. The third soul ring of 10,000 years. Oh my god! How did you do that? Zhu Zhuqing was dumbfounded when he saw Yi Liangchen's incredible soul ring configuration, and his small mouth opened like the letter O. It's okay. It's just a so-so. Yi Liangchen calmly put away his martial spirit. Looking at the surprised and yearning expression on the other party's face, Yi Liangchen concluded that the other party must have something in mind. Yi Liangchen, I want to learn from you. Can you teach me? Don't worry, I didn't learn it in vain. I will repay you in the future. At this moment, Zhu Zhuqing made up his mind. He must practice with this young man in order to survive in the future. As for the engagement with Dai Mubai, he was forgotten. Nothing was more important than living, damn it. Even before she invited Kitty, she took the initiative to post it. You really want to learn cultivation from me? Why? Yi Liangchen pretended to be curious, but he actually understood what the other person was thinking. Well. I just want to become stronger and survive. Don't worry, I won't let you suffer, and I will definitely repay you in the future. Zhu Zhuqing had a pair of beautiful big eyes and stared at Yi Liangchen intently, hoping that the other party would agree to his request. This was the only opportunity to become stronger and he must seize it. Then you can come directly to our Tianshui Academy from now on. I can teach you then. Seeing that this girl was determined to follow him, Yi Liangchen didn't plan to ask any more questions, so he directly asked her to join Tianshui College. But doesn't Tianshui Academy only accept water attribute soul masters? And you are a male, can you still be in Tianshui College? Zhu Zhuqing was overjoyed when she heard that the other party agreed to her request, but she was very curious that the other party actually asked her to join Tianshui College. Actually, I grew up in Tianshui College. When I was 6 years old, Mtlnovel also arranged for me to enroll in school with a group of girls. But it only took me 3 months to learn the knowledge taught in the college. I didn't go to school for a day after that, I practiced alone at home. You learned it in 3 months. I think you are embarrassed to go to school with a bunch of girls, right? Hearing that Yi Liangchen would not go to school for 3 months, Zhu Zhuqing immediately guessed that the other party must be embarrassed, and felt very funny in his heart. Little kitten, if you are really willing to join Tianshui Academy, I will tell Mtlnovel later and she will agree to your joining. Back in the Star Forest, you also met my Mtlnovel. She was the dean of Tianshui Academy. Our Tianshui Academy now has super titled Douluo experts. After you enter the academy, you can practice with peace of mind and don't have to worry about any safety issues. Liangchen told Zhu Zhuqing that the current Tianshui Academy's high-end combat power was not inferior to that of the three sects, giving her a reassurance so that she would have no worries. Tianshui Academy is a paradise for us female soul masters, and I am willing to join. Liangchen, thank you for giving me this opportunity. When Zhu Zhuqing heard that Tianshui Academy was so powerful and even had super title Douluo, he joined immediately without even thinking about it. She was very excited at this moment. Now she finally had a place to stay and no longer had to live in fear. Seeing that this handsome and sunny boy was willing to take her in, Zhu Zhuqing wanted to rush over to him and give him a hug, but the woman's reserve made her feel embarrassed. Otherwise, the other party would think that she was a casual woman. The young man in front of him can be described as perfect. He has sharp eyebrows and starry eyes, bright eyes and white teeth, his heart is like a mirror, and his eyes are like stars. His handsome face has no flaws, which makes even Zhu Zhuqing, a woman, feel ashamed. When the other party saw his hot figure, there was no evil thought in his eyes, they were still so clear and pure. In Tianshui College, where there are many beauties, he has not fallen. This is a peerless good man. Coupled with his unparalleled talent and strength, which is beyond the reach of his peers, such a man is simply the best of the best. No girl will not be tempted. Zhu Zhuqing is also a common man, and the same is true. Zhu Zhuqing, what level of soul power do you have now? That when Liangchen was 6 years old, he gave her a few body tempering pills. He didn't know how she had changed in the past few years. I only have level 28 soul power. My soul ring configuration is just standard. The first ring is 400 years old and the second ring is 700 years old. I can't compare with you. My first soul comes from one. Meow. Zhu Zhuqing showed off his martial spirit and introduced his soul ring and soul skills to Liangchen. If he wanted to learn from him, he had to show his sincerity. Your soul power has reached its peak of level 28, and will soon be close to level 29. Seeing this girl introducing soul rings and soul skills to him without hesitation, Liangchen thought to himself that he had let this girl take the body tempering pill a few years ago, and it finally had some effect. Brother Daimubai, the kitten ran away and has no chance of you from now on. From now on, you can only continue to be your playboy. Liangchen originally thought that Zhu Zhuqing would go to Shrek Academy, but he didn't expect that as soon as he showed off his strength, the other party came over directly. This is good, and it also saves some unnecessary trouble. It seems that everything I did when I was 6 years old has made this girl make a choice. The two of them were running through the forest while talking about something. Before they knew it, most of the day had passed, and Zhu Zhuqing gradually let go of the burdens in his heart and became much more cheerful, with a smile on his face from time to time. She smiled. To be precise, she was infected by Liangchen's sunny personality. It's not appropriate for such a good-looking guy to talk and laugh in front of you while you put on a miserable face. When a man sees a beautiful woman, he will feel happy, and when a woman sees a handsome guy, she will also feel happy, especially a super handsome guy with a cheerful personality. Her mood will be even better. Liangchen was not idle along the way. When he saw the best medicinal materials, he picked them directly and put them into the soul guide. Liangchen, are you picking these herbs to make medicine? Zhu Zhuqing asked curiously. Yes. I picked these medicinal materials to make elixirs. After speaking, Liangchen took out 2 soul power pills and handed them to Zhu Zhuqing. Try it. This is the soul power pill I refined. It can restore soul power. Zhu Zhuqing took the soul power pill, smelled the strong medicinal fragrance, and swallowed it without hesitation. Anyway, she now trusted Liangchen very much and believed that the other party would not harm her. That the elixir melted in his mouth and turned into pure soul power, pouring into every part of his body, making Zhu Zhuqing couldn't help but moan. Swish. At this moment, a breath burst out from Zhu Zhuqing's body, allowing her to break through the bottleneck, and her soul power was also increased to level 29. I have broken through to level 29. Liangchen, thank you. Zhu Zhuqing felt the level of his soul power and was very moved. There was a soft part in his heart, as if he had been touched, and he couldn't help but shed a few tears. Why are you still crying? You should be happy that your soul power has been upgraded. Didn't you say that this little kitten has a cold personality? How did she become like this? Liangchen's mind was filled with questions at this moment. I'm so excited. Zhu Zhuqing turned around and wiped his tears quietly, but his heart was very sweet. At this moment, Zhu Zhuqing's pretty face full of collagen instantly turned red, like a red apple, making people want to take a bite. You are only level 29 now. Work hard and strive to reach level 30 within 2 months. Then you can obtain the third soul ring. Liangchen, thank you for your help. I will repay your kindness. It's a small matter, don't worry about it. It's almost evening. Let's find a place to make a fire to cook. We'll spend the night in the mountains today. Liangchen said calmly and asked Zhu Zhuqing to follow him. Looking at Liangchen's tall and handsome back, Zhu Zhuqing immediately followed him. As long as he could make himself stronger, nothing else mattered. Chapter 33 Walking with the United States. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. In the evening, the two found a quiet valley. There were several streams flowing down from the mountain. There was a pool below, which gathered into a small river and flowed into the distance. There was a flat land not far from the pool. Very suitable for camping. Let's stay here tonight. There is water here, which is convenient for cooking. Liangchen took out the pots and pans from the soul guide, then moved some stones and set up a simple small stove. You traveled far and still took these things with you. Seeing Liangchen carrying pots and pans with him, Zhu Zhuqing was very surprised. Soul masters usually go out, and at most they only bring some dry food with them. I didn't expect that the guy in front of me would actually bring all these cooking utensils. It's incredible. What's the point of eating dry food every day? Cooking for yourself is the fun. Kitten, let me tell you, cooking in the wild is especially delicious. You will know later. Liangchen smiled faintly. As a foodie, it made sense to carry pots and pans with him. Then I'll collect dry firewood. Zhu Zhuqing had not experienced the picnic life yet and found it very interesting, so he ran directly to the distant woods to look for some firewood. After Liangchen set up the small stove, he went to the distant stream to wash out rice and brought 2 buckets of water back. He happened to see Zhu Zhuqing coming back with a bundle of dry firewood, with some dead leaves on his hair. He felt very funny. Hey! Zhu Zhuqing, you are from the Zhu family of Star Luo Kingdom. I guess you haven't done these jobs yet, right? Zhu Zhuqing said slowly. It's true that I haven't done these jobs yet, but it's very simple and you can learn it once you learn it. Putting the dry firewood on the ground, Zhu Zhuqing took the initiative to light the firewood with flint and steel, and helped Liangchen. If he wanted to follow him in the future, he had to take the initiative to learn to do things, otherwise he would be like a vase. Liangchen put the cooking pot on the stove, washed a small piece of bacon and put it into the pot, then looked at the river in the distance with an idea in his mind. Little kitten, do you want to eat fish? There may be fish in the river over there. Let's go and have a look. If there are any, we can catch some and bring them back for dinner tonight. Liangchen knew that this girl's martial soul was a ghost civet, and she had no resistance to food such as fish. Is there any fish? Then let's go take a look. Zhu Zhuqing's eyes immediately lit up when she heard that there was fish to eat. Fish meat was one of her favorite foods. This was also due to the influence of Hulan, who naturally liked to eat fish. If you catch a big fish, I'll let you try the boiled fish tonight. It will definitely satisfy your appetite. Boiled fish? What kind of dish is that? It's delicious like you've never tasted before. Then I'd like to give it a try. The two of them walked and chatted, and soon came to the small river. They found that there were indeed fish in the river, so they immediately started fishing. I'm blocking this side, Zhu Zhuqing, take action quickly. Oh well. There's also a big one over there. I caught it. Going down the river to catch fish is a very happy thing for many people. It does not matter whether you eat the fish or not. What is important is to enjoy the process of catching fish. Even Zhu Zhuqing, who has a cold personality, is immersed in the happy time of fishing, with a smile on her face. This kind of enjoyment is the first time for her. Liangchen, thank you. Zhu Zhuqing stared at the young man in front of her blankly, letting herself experience what a truly happy life was. At this time, she hoped in her heart that this happy time would stay at this moment forever. What's wrong with you? Don't be in a daze, catch the fish quickly, we are still waiting for the fish to be put into the pot. Liangchen ignored the other party's different gaze and quickly urged the other party to catch fish. Oh. I'll catch him right away. Seeing the young man in front of him, who looked very cute with some dirt on his face, Zhu Zhuqing also showed a bright smile, immediately cooperated with Liangchen, and then continued to catch fish. As the saying goes, if a man and a woman work together, the work will not be tiring. After a while, the two of them caught more than a dozen fish, the big ones estimated to weigh 2 kilograms. There are so many fish, enough for both of us to eat. Liangchen slaughtered the fish directly by the river, and Zhu Zhuqing also helped clean the fish. After the two returned to the camp, they found that the rice had been cooked. Liangchen took out a chopping board, picked out the fish bones and cut the fish into thin slices. Zhu Zhuqing was stunned by his smooth operation. Liangchen, what else do you not know how to do? Zhu Zhuqing thought of the young man in front of him who was very powerful, with various levels of martial arts that were dazzling to see. He also had superb medical skills. The most important thing was that he could also cook. He was super handsome, had a cheerful personality, and was very kind. He was simply a perfect man. It is the best of the best. Why? Such a top-notch man, who knows which woman he will take advantage of in the future. Zhu Zhuqing was born in the Zhu family of the Star Luo Empire and had seen countless handsome men, but none of them could compare with the young man in front of him. At this moment, Zhu Zhuqing had a bold idea in his heart. He wanted to stay with this man forever. However, this idea was just a thought. His fate was already determined. Now that he was not strong enough to change his fate, he did not dare to go there for the time being. In this regard, it would be bad if he hurt the young man in front of him because of his own affairs. After Liangchen cut the fish fillets, he was speechless when he saw Zhu Zhuqing in a daze next to him. Hey! Kitten! Why are you in a daze again? Hurry up and help add firewood. I'm going to cook boiled fish. I've been busy for a long time and I'm almost starving to death. Oh. Sorry, I lost my mind. I'll add more firewood right away. Zhu Zhuqing was awakened by Liangchen's voice, a blush flashed on her cheeks, and she quickly grabbed some dry firewood and put it in the small stove. Liangchen heated up the oil in a pot, then added mountain spring water and a little spicy sesame oil. After the soup boiled, he added fish fillets. After a while, a pot of spicy and fragrant boiled fish fillets came out of the pot, sprinkled with a little wild onion, and the flavor instantly hit the spot. Liangchen also made a stir-fried blue silver grass dish, sliced the bacon and placed it on the small table. Zhu Zhuqing, let's eat. Liangchen waited for the kitten to eat. After working for a while, he finally started eating. Liangchen, thank you. Zhu Zhuqing picked up a piece of boiled fish fillet and stuffed it into his mouth. In an instant, the spicy and fragrant taste exploded. Wow! This is so delicious. The fish Zhu Zhuqing ate before was usually fried. He had never seen this kind of boiled fish fillet before, and now he was captivated by this delicious taste. It's delicious. Then eat more. Liangchen smiled. Spicy boiled fish fillet was a delicacy that was only available on Blue Star in his previous life. He had never seen it before in the different world of Douluo Continent. Both of them were soul masters, and a small table of food was quickly wiped out. Liangchen, this is the best dinner I have ever had, thank you. While helping to clean up the pots and pans, Zhu Zhuqing said gratefully to Liangchen that he had been living in fear and uneasiness for many years, and it was so wonderful to suddenly enjoy such a peaceful and beautiful life. You're welcome, it's just a simple dinner. Liangchen waved his hands indifferently. The food he made by himself felt very satisfying, so he thought it was delicious. It was getting late, so Liangchen set up 2 tents, cut down some tree trunks to make a simple bed, and then laid out 2 layers of mats to prepare for rest. Zhu Zhuqing also helped, but when he saw the 2 tents, he felt very happy, but also a little disappointed. Could it be that he was not beautiful enough? He has no idea about himself. Zhu Zhuqing thinks that her beauty is not bad. When countless men see her, almost all of them have thoughts about her. But this young man never showed any bad thoughts towards himself since he met him. It was so unusual. At this moment, Zhu Zhuqing had doubts about her beauty. As a woman, she would feel frustrated if she could not attract the attention of men. I'm going to take a bath in the pool over there, so don't peek in. After Liangchen finished his work after dinner, he planned to take a bath. Before leaving, he confessed to Zhu Zhuqing. Oh. Zhu Zhuqing was shocked by Liangchen's sudden words. Shouldn't these words be spoken by a woman? Seeing the confused look on the kitten's face, Liangchen felt very funny in his heart. He said something to a woman, leaving her speechless. After taking a comfortable bath in the pool, Liangchen returned to the camp and prepared to practice. Liangchen, help me guard it, and I'll wash it too. Zhu Zhuqing said weakly to Liangchen, picked up the toiletries, and ran quickly to the waterhole. At this moment, she felt like a deer was bumping around in her heart, jumping. Little kitten. Don't worry, there is no soul beast here, and there is no one else. I will help you guard it. Liangchen said a few words lightly, then added some firewood to the fire to make it bigger, then flew to a big tree, took out the 416 Hong Kong dollars, and used the night vision function in the scope to observe the surroundings to prevent some animal is approaching. On the other side, Zhu Zhuqing soaked in the pool to calm down. Zhu Zhuqing felt both excited and nervous when she met the man she had never forgotten in her heart again and stayed overnight with him in this small valley. Zhu Zhuqing recalled that he and his sister-in-law were rescued by Liangchen and the others in the Star Forest, and later got to know each other. He was also a 6-year-old child at that time. At that time, he even took out the jelly beans to share with him. From then on, the little Liangchen, the small figure, will always be imprinted in my mind, but thinking that this man didn't seem to have any thoughts about him made Zhu Zhuqing feel a little disappointed. Time passed slowly, and an hour was about to pass. Seeing that Zhu Zhuqing had not come over yet, Liangchen was worried that something might happen to the girl, so he shouted in the direction of the water pool. Little kitten, what are you doing? It's been so long, why haven't you come out yet? Liangchen's words suddenly brought Zhu Zhuqing back to his senses, and he quickly replied to him. I'm fine, I'll be fine soon. Zhu Zhuqing quickly got out of the water, put on clean clothes, washed the previous clothes, and walked quickly towards the camp. I thought you fell into the water. Liangchen sat not far from the fire, watching the kitten finally arrive. He couldn't help but tease. Sorry that I had you worried. Zhu Zhuqing felt a little guilty. It took so long to take a bath, which made others worry about him. Liangchen, go to bed. I'll keep watch for you. It was already late at night, and Zhu Zhuqing took the initiative to take on the vigil work. No, I have to practice, you go and rest. As a man, how could Liangchen let a woman keep vigil? Besides, with the kitty's strength as a triangle cat, he didn't trust her to keep vigil. Then I'll keep vigil with you. We soul masters can also use meditation instead of training. It's okay if we don't sleep all night. Zhu Zhuqing was too embarrassed to rest alone, so he also practiced with Liangchen. It's up to you. If you can't stand it, just go and rest. Seeing that this girl was still brave, Liangchen didn't try to persuade her anymore. I can do it. I want to ask you some questions about cultivation, is that okay? Zhu Zhuqing was very curious about Liangchen's bright soul ring combination. Go ahead, since the other party wants to hang out with him now, Liangchen can also tell her something. How old is your first spirit ring? The color of your spirit ring is much darker than mine. My first soul ring is 999 years old, which is only 1 year short of 1,000 years. My second soul ring is 3,800 years old, and my third soul ring is 12,000 years old. Ah! So awesome! How did you do it? If you want to break through the limits of the soul ring, you have to train your body to be stronger. Only then can you break through. Liangchen told Zhu Zhuqing some simple physical training methods, but as for the advanced ones, he couldn't tell them, because he would have to cheat. At this moment, Zhu Zhuqing transformed into a little fangirl. Little stars kept popping up in her eyes as she listened to the other party explaining some cultivation methods to strengthen the Soul Master's physique. Chapter 34 Remarks on the Launch. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. This morning I received a notice from the editor that it would be put on the shelves. To be honest, when I heard the news, I felt a little excited, so I started coding immediately. I hope all of you, the most handsome and beautiful readers, will support me a lot. Please make first order. As a fan of internet literature, I only want a cool word when writing internet novels. I will arrange many different plots in the future. If you readers have any opinions, please feel free to mention them. I will arrange the plots so that readers can enjoy them. First order requested. The new book is on the shelves. Please support me. Thanks. Chapter 35 The Clingy Kitten. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Kitten. Raise your hand a little higher. The fist is in the wrong position. The footwork is wrong. Extend your leg half a step forward. Brother Chen, am I stupid? I have learned these moves 3 times and I still haven't mastered them. Don't be anxious, take your time and you'll be fine once you get used to it. I must learn not to let Brother Chen down. On this day, Liangchen was sitting on a big rock, instructing Zhu Zhuqing to practice the tiger fist and leopard fist among the 5 elements divine fist. Zhu Zhuqing's martial spirit was the netherworld civet. Liangchen felt that the tiger-shaped fist and leopard-shaped fist were suitable for her. Let her polish her physical strength. They have been in the valley for 5 days since they met. The scenery here is beautiful, and Liangchen doesn't plan to leave this place yet. In a conversation, Zhu Zhuqing learned that Liangchen was only 10 days older than him, so he directly called him Brother Chen. After 5 days of getting along day and night, the relationship between the two is getting better and better, and they have become good friends who talk about everything. Zhu Zhuqing is becoming more and more clingy. No matter where Liangchen goes, she follows him, as if like it's a quiet little kitten. Liangchen felt that this was because Zhu Zhuqing had been suppressed by Zhu Zhuyun for a long time in the Star Luo Empire and lacked a sense of security. Suddenly she met someone who could protect her, which filled her life with hope. Now she couldn't even chase him away. Of course, Liangchen would not drive her away. After finally meeting such a gentle kitten, of course he had to take her with him. Tang San next door raised a rabbit. The rabbit called Tang San Big Brother and Big Brother Short every day, which made Tang San enjoy it very much. Now that the kitten calls himself Brother Chen, Liangchen feels like he has a cat, and it is also a gentle and quiet kitten, which is not very satisfying. Zhu Zhuqing practiced every set of movements seriously, with a look of perseverance on her face. Her innate soul power was only level 7, and her talent was not very high, but she was able to endure hardships and stand hard work. Under Zhu Zhuyun's pressure, she was still able to perform in the past few years. After cultivating to the realm of a great soul master, it can be seen that her sacrifices are quite great. Brother Chen, I can finally combine these moves. An hour later, Zhu Zhuqing shouted happily, with an excited look on his face. He stared at Liangchen with a pair of beautiful big eyes, looking like he was begging for praise. Yeah. Not bad, let's take a rest first and come over to eat some wild fruits. Liangchen also understood what this girl meant and praised her directly. Thank you, Brother Chen. The kitten immediately ran over with joy, sat quietly next to Liangchen, picked up a wild fruit and started to chew on it. Zhuqing, We are good friends now, you're welcome. Liangchen smiled faintly and reached out to rub the kitten's silky hair, feeling as if he was petting a cat. Zhu Zhuqing didn't pay attention and let Liangchen rub his hair, but he still felt a lot of enjoyment. Now her personality is much more cheerful than the previous 2 days, and she often has a smile on her face. Brother Chen, how wonderful it would be if I could live such a carefree life every day. During this time, Zhu Zhuqing followed Liangchen around in the forest, living a carefree life every day. She enjoyed this kind of life so much that she even had the idea of living in seclusion in the mountains, but the prerequisite was to be with the person she liked. Together. Zhuqing, you are overthinking. Don't be too absolute in everything. Living in seclusion in the mountains for a long time will make you disconnect from the outside world. I came to this forest this time mainly to find some medicinal materials. In a few days, I have to go to Nodding City. Liangchen knew that Zhu Zhuqing had been having a hard time in the past few years. Now that she was temporarily freed from the prison of the Star Luo Empire, she felt free, so she felt that this life away from fighting was particularly beautiful. Brother Chen, as long as you don't dislike me, no matter where you go, I will be with you. Zhu Zhuqing stared at Liangchen, with a determined look on his face, and decided to tell him some of his secrets, while making an important decision in his heart. Brother Chen, there is something I want to tell you. Seeing the determined look in the kitten's eyes, Liangchen had already guessed what the other party was going to say. What are you going to tell me? Liangchen pretended to be curious. I have a fiancé named Dai Mubai, but nothing happened between me and him. We were just engaged since we were children. Our Zhu family and the Dai family of the Xingluo royal family have been. Zhu Zhuqing told Liangchen about her engagement with Dai Mubai, and that after Dai Mubai escaped, she had to bear the pressure of her sister and Davis alone. I learned about the marriage between the Xingluo royal family and your Zhu family from Aunt Lan and the others when I was 6 years old. When you came to the Star Forest with your relatives and were rescued by us, Aunt Lan and the others guessed that you were the Miss Zhu family, and you were also forced to participate in the power struggle among the royal heirs. Liangchen knew everything about this girl's marriage contract. He married the Zhu family just for the sake of that martial soul fusion skill to maintain the royal family's rule. The Zhu family also gained power and prosperity through this method of marriage. It was also the ancestors of the Star Luo Kingdom's royal family who set such cruel rules for the struggle for heirs. The cooperation between the two families can be regarded as mutually beneficial. Ah! Brother Chen, have you even guessed this? All the powerful people in the big forces know about the fight between the heirs of the royal family of your Star Luo Empire. As the dean of Tianshui College, I, Aunt Lan, naturally know about it. Zhu Zhuqing was stunned when he learned that Liangchen had known these things for a long time, but after thinking about it, it was no longer a secret. You said your fiancé's name is Dai Mubai. I once met him in Sodo City. At this time, Liangchen released the news about Dai Mubai, which made Zhu Zhuqing stunned again. Ah! Brother Chen, have you seen him? How strong is he? Zhu Zhuqing asked curiously. When I was 8 years old, I was shopping in Sodo City with Aunt Lan and the others. There were 3 drunk men at the time. One of them was a blonde man. When he saw Aunt Lan and teacher Su Lin, he came over to tease her. But he was directly teased by me. After beating him to the ground, he woke up later and introduced his name to me as Dai Mubai. At that time, he had just joined Shrek Academy and was only in the realm of Great Soul Master. As for what state he is in now, I don't know. Liangchen slowly told Zhu Zhuqing what happened back then. Thinking about it now, he found it quite interesting. However, Liangchen did not say anything about Dai Mubai's frequent visits to Fireworks Lane and dates with the twins. It was not necessary anyway. He escaped to the Tiando Empire a few years ago. Later I heard that he joined some Shrek Academy. I guess he couldn't stand Davis's suppression. From what you said, Brother Chen, he must have fallen. We have been engaged since childhood, and my destiny has been arranged since I was born. Actually, the successor to the Star Luo Empire has already been decided. Dai Mubai's second brother was eliminated by Davis, and my second sister was suppressed by Zhu Zhuyun and became an ordinary person. Now it's Dai Mubai and I's turn. It's ridiculous to talk about fair play, we are just a whetstone for Davis and my eldest sister. If there is no miracle, my life will wither at the age of 25. After Zhu Zhuqing told Liangchen about his future destiny, he had a look of despair on his face and his eyes were dull. The next moment, she looked up at Liangchen, who looked calm, and suddenly saw hope again. Brother Chen, I want to break free from the shackles of this marriage contract. I want to control my own destiny. Please help me. I will do whatever you ask me to do in the future. Zhu Zhuqing suddenly grabbed Liangchen's hand and begged pitifully. In order to break free from the shackles of fate, she risked her life. The only one who can help her now is the young man in front of her. She must seize this only opportunity. Don't worry. Kitty, you call me brother. I will definitely help you break free from the shackles of the royal marriage contract. Besides, if you join Tianshui Academy in the future, you can ask my Aunt Lan for help. With her super title Douluo strength, she will make the Xingluo royal family kneel down, and she can help you cancel that royal engagement at any time. Liangchen rubbed Zhu Zhuqing's head and told her not to worry about anything. A mere piece of royal engagement was nothing in front of a super title Douluo. Thank you. Brother Chen. Seeing that Liangchen was willing to help him break the shackles of fate, Zhu Zhuqing was very moved and immediately threw himself into Liangchen's arms and held him tightly. Oh my God. This girl doesn't follow martial arts ethics. She made a sneak attack, hit someone with the ball, and committed a foul. Liangchen felt that this little kitten was too easy to capture. They had only been together for 5 days before she threw herself into his arms. If the time had been longer, she might have committed herself to him. Zhuqing, don't be too excited. Anyway, there is still time. As long as you become stronger, all difficulties will be solved. It's almost noon, we should make dinner. Liangchen patted the little kitten's back, comforted her for a few words, and then gently pushed her away. He couldn't stand being held by the other person all the time. Brother Chen. Thank you. Zhu Zhuqing stared straight at Liangchen, with a hint of tenderness in her eyes. At the same time, she made up her mind that she was committed to this man. From now on, I, Zhu Zhuqing, would live for myself, and the royal engagement be damned. Ahem. Kitty, don't keep staring at me. I don't have any flowers on my face. Liangchen felt a little embarrassed by the kitten's direct gaze. Although he is very handsome, you can't keep staring like a female gangster. Pfft. Brother Chen, let's go cook something. Zhu Zhuqing showed a gentle smile and pulled Liangchen towards the camp with a pair of soft hands. The men and women worked together, so the work was not tiring. The two worked together and quickly prepared a sumptuous lunch. Brother Chen, eat more meat. During the meal, Zhu Zhuqing kept putting meat into Liangchen's bowl, urging him to eat more. Hiss. There's something wrong with this little kitten. Little kitten. You eat too, don't patronize me. Liangchen looked at the gentleness of the little kitten and thought that this girl was beginning to fall. Now that the little kitten has made up her mind to hang out with him, Liangchen also plans to help her, so he takes out a fun building pill from his game backpack to help her improve her qualifications. Kitty. This is another elixir I refined, called Xian Xingdan. It can solidify the foundation of a practitioner and should be of some help to you. Liangchen falsely called the foundation building pill the Xianxing pill, and asked Zhu Zhuqing to take it, intending to let her break through level 30, and then go to the soul hunting forest in the north of Nodding City to obtain the third soul ring. There is indeed an elixir in the Elixir Codex, Yi Xianxing Dan, which has similar effects to the foundation establishment Dan. However, Liangchen has not yet found the medicinal materials and cannot refine it. Thank you, Brother Chen. Zhu Zhuqing now had 100% trust in Liangchen. He picked up this fragrant golden elixir and put it into his mouth without hesitation. The elixir melted immediately in the mouth, and pure energy poured into his limbs and bones instantly. It was so comfortable that Zhu Zhuqing couldn't help but moan. Kitten. I'll teach you a new method of meditation and practice. Let's recite the oral formula together with me. Liangchen decided to pass the first chapter of Hunyuan Ju to Xiaomao. Anyway, this girl is now one of his own. Brother Chen, what is the new meditation practice? It's just a few 100 million points higher than the ordinary meditation practice. But don't talk nonsense. This is something only our own people can practice. Brother Chen, don't worry. I swear by my martial spirit that I will never spread rumors indiscriminately. If I violate it, I will die. Zhu Zhuqing was very excited when he heard Liangchen say that he had the talent to cultivate. Happiness came so quickly and he felt lucky for his decision, so he immediately swore a poisonous oath to Liangchen. Don't worry about that for now, just say it with me, sit cross-legged and calm your mind, relax and be natural, lips and teeth are lightly closed, breathing slowly. Qi returns to Dantian, and the result is Dharma Ming. Zhu Zhuqing chanted along, feeling as if she was listening to heavenly scriptures. With her small brain, she couldn't understand how there could be such a profound meditation practice. Brother Chen, it's so hard to understand. Zhu Zhuqing said pitifully. You just need to memorize it, and then when you practice, just let the soul power in your body move through these meridians, as well as the way you breathe. Liangchen tapped the kitten a few times with his hand and explained to her what little Zhoutian and big Zhoutian were. Now Zhu Zhuqing has 100% trust in Liangchen and is completely defenseless. However, this strange contact makes her feel nervous and exciting. At this moment, her pretty face full of collagen looks like a red apple. The same, very tempting, people can't help but want to take a bite. Kitty. Are you blushing like a bubble teapot? Pay attention and listen to my explanation carefully. Liangchen was speechless. He explained the meridian's route to the kitten seriously, but she blushed. I'm sorry, Brother Chen, I lost my temper. Looking at Liangchen's perfect face with a reproachful look on his face, Zhu Zhuqing was like a child who had done something wrong. He blushed and lowered his head to look at his toes. Unfortunately, he was blocked by something. So that she can't see her toes. Zhu Zhuqing. How can you be so disappointing? Brother Chen is explaining the way of cultivation to you, but you are thinking wildly. After calming down, Zhu Zhuqing drove away the distracting thoughts in his heart and listened to Liangchen attentively, watching his knowledgeable and talented person gradually turn into a little fangirl. Stop being distracted and start following the method I taught you to mobilize your soul power to run the route. Okay, Brother Chen. After spending 2 hours, Zhu Zhuqing memorized this old soul power cultivation method, then sat cross-legged and started to practice soul power according to the method Liangchen said. Although Zhu Zhuqing is not very intelligent, he is more diligent and studious, and he has a spirit of death. This kind of character is similar to that of Guo Jing in the condor shooting. However, such a profound skill as Hunyuan Ju is not so easy for the soul masters in the Douluo world to understand. It also took Lan Xiaodai and Su Lin a long time to fully understand it. The new book is on the shelves, please support me from readers. Chapter 36 Hunter. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. After Zhu Zhuqing came into contact with this new method of cultivation, it seemed as if a new door to the world had opened. She was completely immersed in cultivation and reached a state of selflessness. Liangchen sat next to him, looking at the quiet look of the little kitten, and began to prepare to practice the God-refining technique. Now the God-refining technique has almost reached the 4th level, and the perception of the consciousness has also expanded to 1,000 meters away. Waiting once you reach the 5th level of cultivation, you can directly launch soul attacks, sit down cross-legged, close the 4 doors tightly, keep all the conditions motionless, focus on the center, meditate and comprehend, and spread your spiritual consciousness to all directions in the valley. Buzzing. At this moment, Liangchen felt as if his soul had left his body. Every flower, plant, and tree in the valley was in his mind. Not even an ant could escape his perception. Boom. Suddenly, Liangchen felt as if some shackles in his soul had been broken. His soul instantly became stronger, the range of his consciousness expanded, and the practice of the divine refining art officially entered the fourth level. Swish! At this moment, Liangchen's spiritual consciousness saw that 6 strong men were intruding 2 kilometers away. This discovery made Liangchen suddenly shocked. Who is the one? That he quickly stood up, activated the flying skill of the attached soul bone, and quietly flew out of the valley. Liangchen did not wake up Zhu Zhuqing. After all, with her 3-legged cat skills, following him would only delay her. A few minutes later, Liangchen flew several hundred meters away from those powerful men, flew quietly to a large tree 100 meters high, and hid himself among the dense leaves of the tree. Then he took out his telescope and looked at the few powerful men. A strong man, at the same time let go of his consciousness, concentrated his energy, and eavesdropped on their conversation. We have been searching for 2 days, but we still haven't found the boy that the little girl of the Zhu family and the princess mentioned. Judging from the wounds of the previous guards of the crown princess, they were all killed by a piece of copper metal. I don't know how the young man did it. He actually used a small copper metal particle to kill the soul instantly. King Chang, is it a special weapon? Weapon? What weapon can kill the Soul King instantly? According to the Crown Princess, the young man only had a sword in his hand at that time and no other weapons. If that's true, that young man is so terrifying. He can kill the Soul King instantly with just a copper metal. What kind of skill is this? I don't know. Anyway, everyone should be careful, but that young man is brave enough. He actually dared to kill someone from the royal family of the Star Luo Empire. These 6 strong men are the strong men from the royal family of the Star Luo Empire. When Zhu Zhuyun escaped back to the Star Do Empire and told Davis about this matter, he was immediately shocked and immediately mobilized his troops to come to the border mountains to investigate this matter. The top management of the Zhu family also attached great importance to this matter and also sent a powerful soul emperor from the family. The main reason why the Zhu family sent people was because they heard Zhu Zhuyun say that Zhu Zhuqing had a very good relationship with the strange boy, which shocked the Zhu family. You must know that Zhu Zhuqing is engaged to Dai Mubai, the young prince of the royal family. If he openly befriends other men like this, isn't this a slap in the face of the Dai family of the royal family? As a member of the royal family, how could he endure such an insult? This time the team was led by 2 soul emperors, one from the Dai family and one from the Zhu family. The remaining 4 were all soul kings. In addition to investigating the matter, they were also responsible for capturing Zhu Zhuqing and the boy. Everyone was also very surprised. How could the little girl from the Zhu family know such an outstanding young man, who could instantly kill 5 strong men above the soul sect, including a strong soul king? Such strength was simply too terrifying. On the other side, Liangchen used his powerful spiritual consciousness to learn the origins of this group of people from the other party's conversation. These guys are actually members of the Dai and Zhu families of the Star Luo Empire. I didn't expect that they would come to investigate what happened before. It seems that Zhu Zhuyun reported the matter to the higher-ups after he escaped back. This group of people is acting out, and it's definitely going to be bad, but it's not a big problem. I'm a cheater, and it won't work for anyone. Liangchen didn't pay attention to these people at all. As long as the other party dared to take advantage of him, he would still kill them even if Emperor Xingluo came, so Liangchen directly took out the Chicken King 416 Hong Kong dollars, put it on a tree branch, turned into a hunter, and prepared to kill the powerful men of the Star Luo Empire. Using this silent method to destroy the opponent and keep it secretive will put pressure on the royal family of the Star Luo Empire and make them understand that no matter what strong person is sent, it will not work. At this time, Liangchen noticed that the other party was running towards the small valley. If the other party found the kitten, it would be troublesome. The hunt begins. Click. Liangchen immediately pulled the trigger and shot at one of the strong men in black. That guy seemed to be the strongest. Pfft. The bullet penetrated the strong man in black at supersonic speed, causing him to fall to the ground instantly. He died without even having time to scream. Who? Come out faster. The sudden change made the remaining 5 strong men feel like they were facing a formidable enemy. A high-level Soul Emperor strong man was instantly killed like this, and even his body was penetrated. What kind of power is this? Buzzing. The 5 strong men immediately released their martial souls and stood ready. Among them were 5 Soul Kings and 1 Soul Emperor. They dispersed in all directions with powerful soul power. Who is your excellency? Please don't make enemies of our Xingluo royal family. At this time, the powerful Soul Emperor with the white tiger spirit spoke, and even used his royal identity to warn the other party. Pfft. Ah. As soon as he finished speaking, his whole body seemed to be hit by something, and he hit a big tree behind him, screamed in agony, and died. Who did Zhu Zhuyan offend? As soon as the 2 Soul Emperors died, the remaining 4 Soul Kings immediately panicked. You can't even figure out the opponent's strength, and His Highness the Crown Prince asked us to arrest the little girl and the boy from the Zhu family. Doesn't this mean that we are going to die? That the 2 most powerful Soul Emperors were killed instantly and quietly. With their Soul King's cultivation, how could they withstand it? Retreat quickly. This matter is beyond our capabilities. We must inform His Highness the Crown Prince of this matter immediately. Pfft. Ah, at this moment, the Soul King who spoke fell down again, and the remaining 3 people suddenly felt as if they were facing a formidable enemy, with cold sweat breaking out all over their bodies, and their legs trembling uncontrollably. Who? Who is it? Come out quickly, that the fear of the unknown is the most frightening thing. At this moment, they are like a little lamb waiting to be slaughtered, which has been targeted by the hunter. They are extremely afraid, with cold sweat all over their body, and they keep shouting loudly in order to strengthen their courage. Liangchen was on the big tree in the distance, watching the other party yelling through the scope, thinking that letting Zhu Zhuyan go really left behind troubles. Sending these guys to heaven can be regarded as a warning to the Star Luo Empire royal family, telling them to retreat when they are in trouble. If they don't know what to do and dare to come to me again, they will find opportunities to sneak into Star Luo Kingdom in the future and directly use Bar Special 22 Malawian Kwachas, sniped the Star Luo Empire Emperor Dai Tianfeng and ended the Dai family dynasty early. To use the domineering words of my second uncle, many people in this world are arranged by fate, but I arrange their fate. Thinking of this, Liangchen quickly pulled the trigger and sent the remaining Soul Kings to the Western Paradise. They could not be allowed to return to the Star Luo Empire to report the news. Puff, puff, puff. All. Under the powerful lethality of the Chicken King 416 Hong Kong dollars, the 3 Soul Kings had no resistance and the game ended immediately. If a person is not ruthless, he cannot stand firm. When he comes to this cruel world, being kind to his enemies is being cruel to himself. From the moment he walked out of the gate of Tianshui College, Liangchen was ready to deal with all incoming enemies. The enemy had been dealt with. Liangchen refilled the Chicken King's magazine with 6 more rounds of bullets, then put them in his game backpack and quickly flew towards the valley. It only took about 10 minutes in total from discovering the powerful members of the Star Luo Empire royal family to dealing with them. If I have a guy in my hand, I won't panic. With a gun in my hand, I have the world. This kind of ambush feeling is much more refreshing than the flashy fighting and killing. If the enemy has not surpassed the Soul King's cultivation level, Liangchen still plans to use martial arts to deal with the opponent, but if the opponent has a strong Soul Emperor, then he can only use a big killer weapon. When Liangchen returned to the valley, he found that the little kitten was still practicing. At this moment, her face was covered with a layer of black-gray substance. It seemed that the foundation building pill had washed her marrow and cut off her hair. Kitten, stop practicing now. Liangchen woke up Zhu Zhuqing who was practicing, and then quickly put away the tent. He couldn't stay here any longer. As for the fact that the royal family of the Star Luo Empire came to arrest her, she did not tell Xiao Mao to avoid causing her trouble. Brother Chen, are we leaving here? Zhu Zhuqing woke up from practice and saw Liangchen packing up the tent, and immediately ran over to help. Yes. We have to get out of here. You don't need to help me, just go over there and take a shower. You stink like hell. Liangchen took out a mirror and covered his nose with one hand, letting Zhu Zhuqing look at his face. Ah! Brother Chen, why have I become like this? I smell so bad. When Zhu Zhuqing saw her pitch-black face in the mirror, she was immediately frightened and turned pale. There was also an unpleasant sour smell coming from her body, which made her even more frightened and thought there was something wrong with her body. It's the Xian Xingdan that has eliminated the impurities in your body. Go and wash yourself in the pool of water over there. You have to be quick. I'm telling you, Xian Xingdan helps eliminate impurities in your body and makes your skin get better and better. Liangchen explained this phenomenon to Zhu Zhuqing to prevent him from being surprised. That's it. Thank you, Brother Chen. When Zhu Zhuqing heard that this elixir could also be used for beauty, he was immediately surprised and ran directly towards the distant water pool. Thump. Zhu Zhuqing hid behind a big rock, took off his clothes, and then jumped into the water to wash away the dirt on his body. 10 minutes later, after Zhu Zhuqing finished cleaning, he put on new clothes, took out the mirror, and found that his skin had become better. Brother Chen was indeed right, my skin has really become better. If Brother Chen sells this kind of elixir, it will definitely make women across the continent go crazy. Women are born to love beauty. Every woman wants to be beautiful forever. This is her nature. As a woman, Zhu Zhuqing also does the same. Zhu Zhuqing put away her mood, opened her long legs, and walked in the direction of Liangchen with mysterious steps. Brother Chen, where are we going? Zhu Zhuqing ran up to Liangchen and helped him clean up the tent and pots and pans. Nodding City. Liangchen's trip to Nodding City this time was mainly to plan for the 100,000-year soul bone. He knew that there was such a treasure, and if he didn't take it, he would be struck by lightning. Nodding City is on the edge of the Tiando Empire and borders the Star Luo Empire. We have many merchants in the Star Luo Empire and are also doing business in Nodding City. Zhu Zhuqing, as a member of the Zhu family of Star Luo Kingdom, also knew something about Nodding City in Fasno Province. It's true. Although Nodding City is small, it is very prosperous. Zhuqing, we want to take a good stroll this time. But your outfit is too conspicuous. If you meet people from the Star Luo Empire, it will be easy to recognize you as a member of the Zhu family. Just in case, you change out of your black clothes and put on my clothes first to deal with it temporarily. One time. Remember to put away the tail and the cat ear headdress on your head. Liangchen reached out and touched the headdress on the little kitten's head. He remembered the powerful men of the Star Luo Empire that he had just killed, so he suggested that the girl should disguise herself, so he took out his own clothes from the soul guide and asked the girl to change. Liangchen was also speechless about the kitten's dress. Isn't it uncomfortable to wear a tight black leather jacket and pants for many years? Doesn't the bulge not bulge when you fart? Brother Chen, did Xingluo Kingdom send someone here? Zhu Zhuqing looked at Liangchen's serious expression and knew that there must be something fishy about this matter. Don't think too much, let's get out of here first. Liangchen rubbed the little kitten's head to stop her from thinking. Okay. I will follow Brother Chen's arrangements. Zhu Zhuqing took the clothes from Liangchen's hands, ran behind a big rock in the distance, took off his beautiful tight black clothes, quickly put on Liangchen's white clothes, and then took off the 2 earrings on his head. Tie your long silky hair with a hair tie. Oh my God! I'm actually wearing Brother Chen's clothes. At this moment, Zhu Zhuqing's face was slightly red, and he had a different look in his heart. He quickly took out the mirror and looked at his outfit. He felt very good looking. After calming down, Zhu Zhuqing quickly ran towards Liangchen, and then saw the guy put on a transparent mask, pinched it on his face, and turned into another handsome boy. Brother Chen, aren't you so amazing? Zhu Zhuqing came to Liangchen and stretched out her hand to touch his face. It felt like it was real. We are not strong enough now. We have to be careful when we go out. This is the dream mask Aunt Lon gave me. It is used for disguise. It is very good. In a cruel different world, before you become strong, of course you have to live in obscurity. Being humble and developing is the right way to go. You are dressed like a handsome young man. Put on your bamboo hat to cover your beautiful face. Seeing Zhu Zhuqing wearing men's clothes, looking handsome and beautiful, Liangchen put a bamboo hat on her head so that it didn't look very conspicuous. Thank you, Brother Chen. When Zhu Zhuqing heard Liangchen complimenting her on her beauty, a smile appeared on her face and she felt very comfortable. Let's go, Liangchen asked the kitten to follow him and left out of the valley. Zhu Zhuqing looked back at the valley and noted that although she only lived in this place for 5 days, it was the happiest time for her in so many years. Chapter 37 The Frustrated Xingluo Royal Family. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In the Star Luo Empire, a palace in the Imperial Palace, Davis and Zhu Zhuyun were waiting for news. Several days had passed since the strong men they sent out before, but there was no news. Your Highness, something bad has happened. The White Tiger Guards and Elder Zhu Chang of the Netherworld Duke's Palace have all been destroyed. At this moment, an old man brought explosive news, which stunned Davis and Zhu Zhuyun. What? The entire army was wiped out. The 2 Soul Emperors and the 4 Soul Kings are gone like this. How did they die? When Davis heard the news, his head was buzzing. This was like a thunderbolt from the blue. Ah! This! Zhu Zhuyan was so frightened that his face turned pale and he fell down on the stool. Your Highness, judging from the situation at the scene, there is no trace of a fight. They were all killed instantly without any resistance. Moreover, their bodies seem to have been penetrated directly by something, leaving a big hole and nothing. Weapons and the like. The cause of death of those people was different from last time. Your Highness, I suspect that a titled Douluo may have taken action. This old man was Davis's subordinate and a powerful Soul Emperor. After seeing that his White Tiger Guards had gone and never returned, Davis sent him to investigate the situation. Snapped. Zhu Zhuyun, who did you offend? Just because of Zhu Zhuqing, we lost so many powerful people, 2 Soul Emperors and 7 Soul Kings, all of whom were close confidants around me. Davis slapped Zhu Zhuyun on the face, causing her to fall to the ground. For this woman, he put in half of his White Tiger Guards. Weiss, aren't I trying to protect the royal family's face? Who knew that boy could be so terrifying? Zhu Zhuyun covered his face, feeling very aggrieved. At the same time, he felt deeply afraid. If he targeted the young man like this, he would never be able to escape if the other party attacks him in the future. Don't cause me any trouble in the future. Be careful of the day you get involved in it. Davis also felt scared. Which force did the other party belong to? How could it be so scary? Everyone in the world knows that the Dai family and the Zhu family have been married for generations. If the little girl from the Zhu family really gets together with that boy, it will be a slap in the face of the royal family of the Star Luo Empire and make everyone in the world laugh. 2 Soul Emperors and 7 Soul Kings died in one fell swoop. Such a big event also alarmed Emperor Dai Tianfeng and Empress Zhu of the Star Luo Empire. Your Highness, Crown Princess, Your Majesty has summoned you. At this time, a eunuch sent a message asking Davis and Zhu Zhuyun to go to the palace. In a large hall in the palace, Dai Tianfeng, Queen Zhu, the head of the Zhu family, Zhu Tianlai, and other senior officials of the 2 families were all there. Everyone looked at Davis and Zhu Zhuyun. After all, they were responsible for this matter. Tell me. What happened? Who killed so many of our strong men? Dai Tianfeng stared at Davis and Zhu Zhuyun and asked coldly. Father, according to Zhuyun, the other party is just a handsome young man, but he has the ability to kill the Soul King in an instant. I can also send out the White Tiger Guards to find out about this matter before, but in the end, all their troops were killed overturned. Facing the iron-blooded Emperor Dai Tianfeng, Davis did not dare to hide anything. Shui Zhu, how could that little girl Zhu Qing know such a terrifying person? Dai Tianfeng spoke to Zhu Tianlai, the head of the Zhu family, and the matter was also caused by that little girl. Your Majesty, I don't know either. That little girl Zhu Qing has been at home these past few years and doesn't know anyone at all. Zhu Tianlai was also confused, who knew who his little daughter had met. An unknown young man walked together with that girl Zhu Qing. This is a blatant challenge to the majesty of our Star Luo Empire. As the Emperor of Xingluo, Dai Tianfeng watched his youngest son's fiancée run away with an unknown boy. What was this? If this spreads out, it will become a joke to everyone in the world. Where can he put his old face? Father, please calm down. I think the matter should be suppressed. According to Zhu Yun, when the young man killed those guards, he didn't even see how he took action. As a result, all 5 guards died, but the young man was fine. Such strength is simply incredible. Unbelievably, all the people we sent out were wiped out, and according to on-site investigation, they were also killed instantly without any resistance. My son suspects that there is definitely a titled Douluo-level expert behind that young man, and he is also very powerful. We should not provoke him for the time being. As the first heir to the crown prince, Davis is very clear-headed. Everyone around him has almost been wiped out by others. If he continues to trouble others, wouldn't it be too long to live? For a little girl from the Zhu family, all his people were involved. Only a fool would do this kind of loss-making business. Shui Zhu, you really raised a good daughter. Dai Tianfeng looked at Zhu Tianlai. Don't worry, Your Majesty, I will handle this matter. Zhu Tianlai said something perfunctory on the surface, but in his heart, he was thinking that it would be a good thing if that girl Zhu Qing really met a peerless genius. In this way, she would not have to kill each other with her sister in the future. Let's leave this matter alone. Don't arbitrarily mobilize the power of the royal family before you figure out who the other party is. Dai Tianfeng exchanged opinions with the senior executives and finally reached an agreement to put the matter aside for the time being. Although this incident made the Star Luo Empire royal family feel aggrieved, facing this unknown fear, the top royal family members were confused for a while and could only give in. In a small courtyard of the Netherworld Duke's mansion, a beautiful woman learned about Zhu Zhuqing's incident and wondered if the little girl had met that boy, right? If that's the case, that's great. The little girl finally jumped out of the cage of fate. The Zhu Zhuqing incident was so unbelievable that it made the Star Luo royal family suffer a loss and had no choice but to give in. If Liangchen knew the Star Luo Empire's reaction, he would definitely give himself a Best Director award. On this morning, Liangchen and Zhu Zhuqing came to Nodding City. They walked on the street and admired the city's customs. Kitten. Have you ever been to Nodding City? No, this is my first time in the Tiando Empire. How about you, Brother Chen? Neither did I. I was still young a few years ago and lived in Tianshui College. Aunt Lan and the others wouldn't let me out. Your Aunt Lan and the others are also trying to protect you. Let's go. Let's find a hotel to stay in and then have a good meal. Okay, Brother Chen. The two chatted quietly as they walked, and when they arrived in Nodding City, they had to stay in the most luxurious hotel. So Liangchen asked passers-by and learned that the most luxurious hotel in Nodding City was also the Rose Hotel. What the hell? The Rose Hotel even exists in a small city like Nodding City. The two of them came to a Rose Hotel near the street. Liangchen chose this hotel because there was a road next to the hotel, which was the road leading to Saint Soul Village. In this way, it was convenient. Observe the situation. Boss, come and get the two most luxurious rooms. We will stay there for 10 days. Arriving at the counter in the lobby of the Rose Hotel, Liangchen used his identity as Lan Chen to open two of the most luxurious rooms. Anyway, he was not short of money. Sorry, dear guest, the most luxurious room only has one room. The lobby manager is a man in his 30s. When he saw a stunning woman next to Liangchen, he immediately understood and said that there was only one room, with a meaningful smile on his face. Boss, something is wrong with you, Of course Liangchen knew the tricks of the Rose Hotel. In addition to normal business, these lobby managers also worked part-time as matchmakers. Don't worry, handsome man. The room is big enough, with 2 bedrooms and 1 living room. It will definitely satisfy you and this lady. The lobby manager also boasted to Liangchen about the various benefits of the Rose Hotel. I'm not short of money, buy me 2 rooms. Liangchen took out 2 bags of gold soul coins. Brother Chen, we can just live in 1 room and save some money. Boss, just open a room. When Zhu Zhuqing heard that there were 2 rooms, he interrupted Liangchen and asked the lobby manager to open a room. He also picked up another bag of gold soul coins and stuffed it into Liangchen's hand. Okay, madam, this is the most luxurious key card on the top floor. I hope you will have a pleasant stay with this handsome guy. The lobby manager smiled and handed the room card to Zhu Zhuqing. For young couples, the service tenet of the Rose Hotel has always been to match up a couple as long as they can. Thank you, boss. Zhu Zhuqing took the room card and thought it was nothing. Before, he and Liangchen lived in a tent in the border mountains and forests. The relationship between the two now is that of good friends and besties, and they can develop further at any time. Brother Chen, let's go. Zhu Zhuqing looked at Liangchen, who was still in a daze, and felt very happy. He took his hand and walked directly to the top floor. Kitten. Isn't this good for us? Liangchen felt that something was getting more and more wrong with this little kitten. If he continued like this, he felt that he would be manipulated by this girl at any time. Are all women in this world so bold? Brother Chen, don't worry about this. I don't dare to live alone in this unfamiliar city. Zhu Zhuqing deliberately made an excuse, just to get closer to Liangchen. This man was too good. If he didn't take the initiative now, he might not have a chance in the future. The two have been together for nearly 10 days. Zhu Zhuqing already knows Liangchen very well. He is handsome, kind-hearted, gentle and considerate, and has a sunny and cheerful personality. The most important thing is that he respects women very much. In this world where men are superior to women, it is simply he is an anomaly. Zhu Zhuqing had never seen a gentleman like Liangchen before. Even if the two of them were in the same room, nothing would happen. Now he was no longer on guard against him. Zhu Zhuqing felt that just because of Liangchen's help to him, as well as his superb appearance and strength, even if he agreed to marry him, he would still make a lot of money. Sometimes he felt that he was not worthy of him. When Zhu Zhuqing was 6 years old, he had seen the 3 guardians around Liangchen. All of them were extremely beautiful women. They would definitely have arranged important life events for this guy, and they might be childhood sweethearts. Zhu Zhuqing doesn't care about those things now. He must enter Liangchen's world anyway, and other things are not important. Kitten. I feel something is wrong with you. Being held by Zhu Zhuqing's hand all the way, Liangchen was speechless. Although the relationship between the two was very good, it didn't need to be like this. Brother Chen, I said before that I will go wherever you go. I hope you don't dislike me. Let's go eat first. Okay. You have the final say. Seeing the kitten becoming more and more clingy, Liangchen had no choice but to let her go. Who can resist a gentle and quiet kitten? After walking into the most luxurious suite on the top floor, the two of them packed up their rooms, then went to the restaurant downstairs of the hotel to order the most luxurious private room and had a delicious meal. We have been cooking for ourselves for so many days, and now we can finally live a life where we can eat enough to eat. Kitty, eat more. Brother Chen, you eat too. A heartwarming lunch, which felt like a couple's set meal, made the two of them very happy. After lunch, Liangchen returned to the room and took a comfortable hot bath to prepare for a good night's sleep. Tuck tuck. Brother Chen, open the door. At this moment, there was a knock on the door and a kitten's voice. After opening the door, he saw Zhu Zhuqing standing at the door with a slightly red face. Then he excitedly threw himself into Liangchen's arms and kissed him on the face. Brother Chen, my soul power has exceeded level 30. At this moment, Zhu Zhuqing felt that happiness came too suddenly. When he first met this man, he had only level 28 soul power. With his help, he had already exceeded level 30 in just 10 days. Brother Chen, thank you. Zhu Zhuqing was very excited, and tears of happiness were shed on her rosy cheeks. At this moment, she was really like a little kitten, lying quietly in Liangchen's arms, hugging him tightly, for fear that he would run away. Kitten, you took advantage of me again. Liangchen is also speechless now. He feels that this girl is getting more and more crooked. Is this still the cold little kitten? Ah! Brother Chen, stop talking, you are so evil. Zhu Zhuqing immediately understood what this guy meant, and his pretty face instantly turned red like a red apple. Kitty! You are so happy when you are only level 30. When you reach level 40 or 50, you still won't be able to fly. Don't rush to get the soul ring now. Continue to polish your body. In about 10 days, I will take you to get the third soul ring. Go out quickly. I want to rest. Liangchen looked at the girl's excited look, shook his head helplessly, and quickly pushed her away gently. If he continued like this, something would probably happen. This little kitten is so clingy. I wonder if you can stand it. Anyway, I can't stand it anymore. Brother Chen, I will obey your arrangements in everything. You should have a good rest, and I will come back to ask you to have dinner in the evening. Zhu Zhuqing is now completely obedient to Liangchen. He will do whatever the other party arranges. Kitten, remember to balance work with rest and don't let yourself get too tired. Liangchen ignored the clingy kitten, lay down directly on the bed, and began to rest. The little kitten looks like she has fallen into trouble now. In fact, Liangchen also understands that when this girl met her as a loser when she was most desperate in her life, it was like meeting a guiding light. She could only hold on tightly to this, the only chance. I understand, Brother Chen. Looking at Liangchen's imageless sleeping posture, which looked very cute, Zhu Zhuqing couldn't help but chuckle, then walked out of Liangchen's room, closed the door gently, came to the sofa in the hall, and sat down cross-legged. Start practicing. Zhu Zhuqing had already made up his mind. After cancelling the royal engagement, he would work hard to pursue this man. If he met such a good man, wouldn't he be a fool if he didn't seize the opportunity? Chapter 38, Cutting Off Hulan Silver Emperor Soul Bone. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Time passed slowly, and in the blink of an eye, another 10 days passed, and the major Soul Master Academies in the mainland also began to recruit students. During these 10 days, Liangchen only had to eat and sleep every day, and then he would observe the people passing by on the street. Sometimes he would take the kitten to the woods in the suburbs to guide her in boxing practice, and he lived a very relaxed life. On this morning, Liangchen stood at the hotel window and looked at the bustling crowds on the street. Suddenly, a blue figure and a pink figure came out from the road leading to Holy Soul Village. Both of them are young people. The one wearing blue clothes is a teenager. He looks about 1.7 meters tall. He looks very mature. There is a belt around his waist with jade stones embedded in it, which is very conspicuous. The girl wearing pink clothes has 2 rabbit ears on her head. She looks very cute. She is following the boy in blue, jumping around like a little rabbit. Tang San and Xiao Wu finally set off, and it was time for Tang Dachui to leave too. Liangchen watched all this quietly, thinking that it had been almost 12 years since he came to this world, and he finally met the 3-5 combination. Tang San and Xiao Wu were talking and laughing as they walked towards the official road in the direction of Balak Kingdom. After a while, an old man in black robe whose face could not be seen clearly appeared on the street, following Tang San and Xiao Wu from a distance. Behind the dance, the distance is several hundred meters away. When Liangchen saw all this, he curled his lips and thought that Tang Dachui had finally left Holy Soul Village. He had been planning for this day for a long time. Kitten. It's time for us to leave and find your third soul ring. Liangchen came to the living room and woke up Zhu Zhuqing, who was practicing. Whenever this girl was free, she practiced besides practicing. Okay, Brother Chen. Zhu Zhuqing was very excited when he heard that he was going to obtain the third soul ring. He immediately stood up and packed some of his clothes. Dear guests, thank you for your visit and wish you a pleasant journey. When they saw the two checking out, the hotel lobby manager smiled like an ant, thinking that they had finally made a couple. Liangchen shook his head, not paying attention to the lobby manager's words, and walked out of the hotel with the reddish-faced kitten. Zhuqing, have you thought about your third soul beast? Brother Chen, I want a lightning shadow leopard. I feel that the first three skills of your netherworld family and white tiger family were chosen by your ancestors over the generations. Yes, you can say that. The two talked about the martial arts inheritance of the Xingluo royal family, but in Liangchen's opinion, it was too conservative. Before we get the third soul ring for you, let's go to the back mountain of Holy Soul Village to have a look. The scenery there is beautiful, and we might encounter good medicinal materials. Brother Chen, just make your arrangements. I'll listen to you. The little cat is now completely centered on Liangchen, and she will do whatever he says. When he came to a store, Liangchen bought a small flower pot and a bag of mortar for building walls, something similar to cement. Brother Chen, do you want to buy a small flower pot and plant flowers? Zhu Zhuqing asked curiously. Zhuqing, you also know that I am studying medical skills, so naturally I have to deal with various medicinal herbs. If I encounter a good medicinal material, I have to take it back to my villa and plant it. Brother Chen, you are so amazing, you know everything. That's necessary. As a genius, you have to be proficient in everything. The two of them walked towards the Holy Soul Village talking and laughing. The morning sunshine shone on the two of them, leaving two beautiful shadows. Holy Soul Village is a novice village in Douluo Continent. Countless time travelers have also come out from here. Liangchen, who is also a time traveler, naturally has to come and take a look. When Liangchen took the kitten to the hillside outside Saint Soul Village, what came into view was a beautiful small mountain village. Because this village is close to Notting City, the people in the village grow a large amount of food and vegetables and sell them. When I arrived in Notting City, I lived a good life as a child, and almost every family built a beautiful house. There is a dilapidated thatched hut at the east end of the village, which is particularly conspicuous in this beautiful mountain village. There is also a homemade hammer on the roof, telling others that this is a blacksmith shop. Brother Chen, how come there is a shabby thatched hut in such a beautiful small mountain village? That family looks so poor. Zhu Zhuqing looked at the small mountain village and asked curiously. It's just an iron shop. You see, there's a hammer on the roof, which means the owner of this house is a sledgehammer. Liangchen gave Zhu Zhuqing a wink. If he told her that this was the home of Haotian Douluo Tang Dachui, her jaw would definitely drop. Zhuqing, let's go into the mountain, and I'll take you flying directly. Liangchen pulled the kitten and ran directly to the mountain forest. Brother Chen, can you still fly? I know a lot. Today I want you to experience the feeling of flying. Swish. After arriving at a high ground, Liangchen directly activated his external soul bone, and a pair of nearly 2-meter-long golden wings appeared behind him, surrounded by thunder and lightning, which was extremely dazzling. Nowadays, the age of the attached soul bone has been much improved and much longer. It is estimated that the age has reached 20,000 years. Liangchen also took the name of Yilifeng, called Feng Lei. Brother Chen, is this a soul bone of yours? It's so powerful. Although Zhu Zhuqing was from the netherworld civet family and knew about treasures like soul bones, she had never seen one. This is my external soul bone, the wind and thunder wings, which gives me the ability to fly. Hold me and get ready to take off. Seeing that Liangchen had such a powerful soul bone, Zhu Zhuqing felt a little bit envious, but he was also happy for Liangchen. Oh. Okay, Brother Chen. Zhu Zhuqing stretched out his hands and hugged Liangchen's waist tightly, looking forward to this flight very much. Swish, swish, swish. Following the control of Liangchen's thoughts, Feng Lei began to incite, taking the two of them slowly into the air. Brother Chen, you are so tall, Standing at an altitude of 100 meters, Zhu Zhuqing looked down and felt a chill behind him. Don't worry, the lift generated by the wind and thunderwing flying skill can fly with a weight of 500 kilograms. I'll let you experience a higher feeling again. Liangchen flapped his wings and rushed directly to an altitude of 500 meters, but the kitten was frightened and clung to him like an octopus. Brother Chen, it's too high. It was the first time for Zhu Zhuqing to experience such a flight, which was both tense and exciting. Kitty. This is called flying freely. I once went to the Star Forest with Aunt Lon and the others and flew directly up to 1,000 meters in the sky. That feeling is called exciting. As Liangchen flew, he looked toward the water deep in the mountains. After half a day, the two came to the depths of the mountains. Suddenly, Zhu Zhuqing shouted, Brother Chen, look. There is a valley there and a waterfall. It's so beautiful. Go down and have a look. Liangchen also saw it. This was a valley with beautiful scenery. There was a 20-meter high wide waterfall in front of it. It flowed down from the cliff. It had a feeling of flying down 3,000 feet, which was like the Milky Way falling from the sky. The waterfall flows down the valley and forms a huge pool. Under the sunlight, circles of rainbows appear, which is very beautiful. Liangchen thought it should be this place, so he slowly descended into the valley. Brother Chen, it's so beautiful here. Zhu Zhuqing looked at the waterfall a few hundred meters ahead and the surrounding flowers, plants and trees, and couldn't help but admire it. It's beautiful. There are many medicinal materials in the valley. We need to find more. I will refine more soul power pills later. Liangchen looked at this beautiful valley, covered with all kinds of exotic flowers and plants, and thought that Tang Dachui really knew how to find a place. Brother Chen, there are a lot of medicinal materials over there. I'll go pick them first. I've been studying with you for so many days, and I've also gotten to know a lot of medicinal materials. Go. Be careful, I'll go to the waterfall to take a look. Seeing the little kitten excitedly running into the woods and happily picking various medicinal materials, Liangchen flew directly to a large rock beside the waterfall. He unfolded his consciousness and looked at the cave entrance behind the waterfall. In Liangchen's memory, the entrance to the cave was carved out of the stone wall by Tang Dachui, and there was a secret door. In addition, it was now blocked by a waterfall, making it difficult to find. Liangchen dug an ordinary blue-silver grass on the ground next to him, preparing to steal it. Closing his eyes, Liangchen opened his consciousness, and everything in the valley could not escape his perception. He saw several grooves on the cliff behind the waterfall, and a protruding stone above it, like a switch button. Same. Liangchen took out the Chicken King and fired several shots directly at the cliff above across the waterfall. Ka, ka, ka. After 3 shots, there seemed to be a slight rumble from above the cliff. It must have been a hit. His consciousness spread again, and he found a hole in the stone wall behind the center of the waterfall. Swish. Liangchen activated the flying skill of the external soul bone and rushed directly towards the entrance of the cave. Wow! The powerful momentum directly penetrated the waterfall and rushed into the cave entrance. Liangchen looked at the waterfall behind him and felt that it was similar to the water curtain cave in Huagua Mountain. Without flying skills, it would be difficult to reach this place, but for Liangchen, this was no problem at all. This cave is about 3 meters high, and there is a soul protective barrier at the entrance, which was set up by Tang Dachui. In fact, Liangchen thought that Tang Dachui was completely unnecessary. It was such a secret place that no one else could find. Besides, there was a waterfall blocking it outside, so ordinary small animals couldn't get in. Boom! Click! Liangchen raised his fist and punched the soul power shield, directly shattering the shield. A hole several meters deep appeared in front of it. There was a pile of soil in the center, and a blue-silver grass about 20 centimeters long grew on it. The blue leaves were also covered with some golden lines. There is also a bowl-sized vent above the stone wall. A faint light and moisture pour in from the vent. At this moment, the blue-silver grass felt the fresh air, and its small branches swayed gently with the wind, as if trying to absorb the fresh air. this Tang sledgehammer was really ruthless. He planted the blue-silver emperor in this cave. The cave entrance was sealed, and there was no light inside. It was like a prison. The upper vents only let in sunlight for a few hours in a day. The blue-silver emperor relied on the water vapor and light flowing in from the vents to survive. Liangchen took out the flower pot, took some water from the waterfall outside the cave entrance, and poured it on the roots of the blue-silver emperor. Buzzing. After a long drought, the blue-silver emperor was nourished by the rain. The tiny vines shook slightly, and a vine stretched out and wrapped around Liangchen's finger, as if to thank him. Now the blue-silver emperor only has some instinctive reactions. Really interesting. Look at how pitiful you are, let me take you out of this dark place. Liangchen directly took out the shovel, dug out the blue-silver emperor, put it into a flower pot together with the soil, and put it into the pet space of the game backpack. He took out the ordinary blue-silver grass that he had pulled out before and planted it on the original mound. Then I used a bucket to get a few buckets of water from the waterfall outside and poured it on it to make this common blue-silver grass live longer. Hey! I was so busy transplanting the blue-silver emperor that I almost forgot about the soul bone. Liangchen's consciousness spread and he soon discovered an anomaly on the stone wall. He thought that the soul bone should be hidden inside. Click. Liangchen directly took out the Chicken King and fired a shot at the stone wall. Boom. The stone wall shattered, and a lead box weighing hundreds of kilograms fell out. Tang Dachui, your wife is gone, and so is your soul bone. Liangchen curled his lips and opened the lead box. What came into view was a right leg soul bone glowing blue. Liangchen was not polite anymore and directly put the soul bones into the soul guide, then put the lead box into the groove of the stone wall, sealed the groove with the stones on the ground, then brought some water, and used mortar to seal the groove. The stones on the stone wall are stuck. Chapter 39 Departure to the Soul Hunting Forest. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After Liangchen successfully took away the blue-silver emperor and the soul bone, he walked out of the cave entrance and stood on a raised stone on the cliff. He took a closer look at the cave dug by Tang Hao and found that there was a mechanism stone above the cave entrance. This guy really worked hard to make this hole look like this. Liangchen found another raised stone and pressed it with his hand. He heard a bang sound and the stone above the entrance of the cave fell down, blocking the entrance again. After finishing all this, Liangchen jumped out of the waterfall, activated his wind and thunder wings, and flew to the other side of the deep pool. Seeing that Zhu Zhuqing was still picking medicinal materials in the forest in the distance, Liangchen shouted to him, "Zhuqing, it's time for us to leave here." "Here we come, Brother Chen." Swish. Zhu Zhuqing quickly ran towards the direction of Liangchen, holding hundreds of herbs in his hand and a cheerful smile on his face. "Brother Chen, what did you find?" Zhu Zhuqing handed the medicinal herbs to Liangchen, and then asked curiously. "I found a different blue-silver grass, which seemed pretty good, so I planted it in a flower pot." Liangchen thought, and the blue-silver emperor appeared in his hand. Buzzing. At this moment, the blue-silver emperor seemed to feel the sunshine and freedom, swinging its leaves happily, and stretched out fresh vines, gently wrapping around Liangchen's fingers. Regarding the matter of the 100,000-year-old blue-silver emperor and the soul bone, Liangchen did not intend to tell anyone around him. "Brother Chen, isn't this blue-silver grass? Why are there golden lines on its leaves? This blue-silver grass is too strange." Zhu Zhuqing stretched out his hand and gently touched the leaves of blue-silver emperor. In an instant, blue-silver emperor stretched out another fresh vine and gently wrapped it around Zhu Zhuqing's fingers. "Brother Chen, this blue-silver grass is so interesting." Zhu Zhuqing had never seen such a magical blue-silver grass before, and couldn't help but touch the leaves of the blue-silver grass gently. The blue-silver grass itself is a plant soul beast, but this one is a bit special. I plan to take it back and plant it in the garden of the villa to let it grow. Liangchen took the blue-silver emperor away, and later found a way to drain Tang San's blue-silver emperor bloodline. In this way, he would not be able to awaken the Blue-Silver Emperor's martial spirit, and could only grow into a man who knew how to do it just like his father. A sturdy man wielding a sledgehammer, the Blue-Silver Emperor only has a hint of instinctive reaction now, and his soul consciousness is probably still in a deep sleep. After a few years when his cultivation level is higher, he may wake up. After the Blue-Silver Emperor sacrificed his 100,000-year cultivation to Tang Dachui, he turned it into a seed and is now considered to be reborn. Let's go. Let's go to the soul-hunting forest in the north of Nodding City and prepare to find the third soul ring for you. Liangchen put the Blue-Silver Emperor into his game backpack and took Zhu Zhuqing away from the valley. Okay, Brother Chen. Zhu Zhuqing was very excited when he heard that he was going to obtain the third soul ring. At the same time, on the official road leading to the Balik Kingdom, Tang San was carrying Xiao Wu on his back. The two of them were talking to each other along the way, very happy. Suddenly, Tang San shuddered all over, his whole body went limp, causing him to stumble, even Xiao Wu fell to the ground, and his head hit the ground. Ouch! Mistress, what's going on with you? Even if you're walking normally, you'll stumble. Xiao Wu rubbed her head, which was hurt by the fall, and tears were about to flow out. Xiao Wu, I'm sorry, I seem to trip over a stone. Tang San was also embarrassed to tell Xiao Wu that he suddenly shivered and then his whole body went weak. He could only pretend that he tripped over a stone to deceive Xiao Wu. I've told you to have a good rest, but you still want to listen to the master and tell me how to use meditation instead of sleeping. A few days ago, when I was blacksmithing, I hit my feet with a hammer. Now I can't even walk steadily. Xiao Wu was thrown so hard that her head hit the ground and a big bump hit her head. At this moment, she felt a little bit blamed for Tang San. She had promised to protect herself before, but now she got a big bump on her head. Xiao Wu, are you hurt? Tang San quickly helped Xiao Wu up, very worried. I hit a big bump on my head. It hurts so much. I walked on my own. I don't need you to carry it now. Xiao Wu didn't dare to let Tang San carry him now, for fear that he would accidentally fall and she would suffer again. Xiao Wu, I'm sorry, it's all my fault. Tang San touched the bump on Xiao Wu's head, feeling very distressed. At the same time, he cursed himself in his heart, damn it. Why did I suddenly shiver? This is already the third time. Xiao San, you should pay more attention to rest in the future and don't listen to the master for everything. Okay. I will definitely pay attention to rest. Xiao Wu calmed down for a while, then took Tang San's hand and continued walking forward. When Liangchen and Zhu Zhuqing returned to Nodding City, it was already evening, and they had to find a hotel to stay. The next morning, the two bought some necessary items to enter the Soul Beast Forest, hired a carriage, and set off towards the Soul Hunting Forest in the north of Nodding City. Brother Chen, the Soul Hunting Forest is guarded by the officers and soldiers of Wuhuan Palace. How can we enter? Zhu Zhuqing asked Liangchen curiously. The Soul Hunting Forest is where the Empire keeps soul beasts in captivity. Without a warrant from the Spirit Hall, you cannot enter casually. Don't worry. I have a warrant. There is a papal decree in Liangchen's soul guide, and he can enter the Soul Hunting Forest at any time. But he doesn't know how the guards will react when they see the token. But it's not a big problem. Those guards are all little shrimps, I guess. When the token came out, those guys were so frightened that they knelt down. The Soul Hunting Forest 400 kilometers north of Nodding City is full of low-level soul beasts, at most some thousand-year-old soul beasts. Liangchen plans to take the little kitten there for a walk. If he can't find it, he will go directly to the Star Doe Forest. Anyway, now that I have a big killer weapon in my hand, even if the 10,000-year soul beast comes, I can still kill it. A few days later, the two finally arrived at the small town outside the Soul Hunting Forest. The town here was similar to the soul hunting town outside the Star Doe Forest, but it was much smaller. In this gathering place of 3 religions and 9 schools, Liangchen and Zhu Zhuqing both wore dohui to cover their appearance, and Zhu Zhuqing also put away his tail decoration. Some vendors are selling various things, and many soul hunting teams are also recruiting soul masters to join the hunting teams. What kind of soul masters are you two? Do you want to join our Bobcat team? In terms of treatment, I guarantee that you will be satisfied. At this time, a man with the Soul Master level extended an invitation to Liangchen and Zhu Zhuqing. Soul Masters are very popular in places like this. When some teams lose members, they immediately recruit newcomers to replace them. The Bobcat team lost 2 members in a previous soul hunt. When the team leader saw Liangchen and Zhu Zhuqing, he immediately extended an invitation. Thank you. But we won't join. Liangchen directly rejected the invitation from the Bobcat team. Regardless of the other party's character, he didn't need a team. You two, come to our team. Thanks for the kindness, but we still won't join. Some other soul hunting teams also extended an olive branch to Liangchen, but Liangchen refused them all. He took Zhu Zhuqing and quickly walked towards the entrance of the soul hunting forest ahead. Stop. This is an important place in the soul hunting forest. You are not allowed to approach without a warrant. When Liangchen and Zhu Zhuqing arrived at the entrance of the forest, several leading Wuhuan Palace soldiers stopped them. Not far away, there were hundreds of soldiers, forming several small teams, armed with spears, patrolling the outside of the soul hunting forest to prevent anyone from sneaking in. This is my warrant. Liangchen took out the papal decree from the soul guide and waved it in front of several soldiers. Teach, papal decree. See my lord. What are your orders, sir? We are at your service. Sure enough, as soon as the papal order came out, several soldiers immediately knelt down and saluted Liangchen respectfully. Everyone, get up, do your job well, and don't leak this matter. Open the door. We have to go in and get the soul ring. Liangchen saw that these people immediately knelt down as soon as the Pope's order came out, so he pretended to explain a few words to these Wuhuan Palace soldiers. As you command, my lord. Should we go to the Martial Spirit Branch Hall in Nodding City and ask for help? The leading soldier thought that Liangchen was the disciple of a certain high-level boss in Wuhuan Palace, so he even offered to help hunt the soul beasts. No need. Our strength is enough. This matter must be kept confidential, and do not inform the Nodding City Wuhuan branch. Everyone is very busy at work, and there is no need to delay everyone's work. Liangchen put away the token, said a few words to the soldiers, and then pulled Zhu Zhuqing into the soul hunting forest. This lord is so kind. He doesn't have any heirs. I don't know which high-level disciple he is. Hey! Don't ask about those things, just do our job well. Several soldiers looked at Liangchen and Zhu Zhuqing who had disappeared and discussed their identities in a low voice. However, they were just low-level people in Wuhuan Palace and did not dare to think nonsense. Brother Chen, those soldiers just said that your token was a papal decree. How come you have such a token? Zhu Zhuqing looked confused at this moment. Legend has it that the Pope's order is the token of the Pope of Wuhuan Palace and a symbol of power and status. Kitty. Don't worry, it's just a sign. The papal decree is a relic left by my parents. I heard that when Pope Bibi Dong became the Pope, my parents and Aunt Lan attended her coronation ceremony. I guess I got it at that time. Liangchen took out the papal decree just to test its power. It worked really well. Seeing the papal decree was like seeing the Pope. It was really like that. Brother Chen, who are your parents? Can you tell me? Zhu Zhuqing stared at Liangchen and asked curiously. My father's name is Yifeng, and my mother's name is Lu Ruyan. They were killed 3 months after I was born. I can't even remember their faces. Liangchen felt that his cheap parents in this world were the tools arranged by the space-time administration. After bringing him to this world, they went offline. Brother Chen, your parents are actually Yifeng and Lu Ruyan? Zhu Zhuqing was shocked when he heard the names of Yi Liangchen's parents. Zhuqing, do you know my parents? Yi Liangchen thought to himself, are the cheap parents in his world so famous? I heard from the elders that your parents had reached level 89 Contra when they were only 40 years old. They were true super geniuses. Unfortunately, they died unexpectedly later, otherwise they would have become the youngest titled Douluo. Your parents are traveling on the mainland. They often do heroic deeds and are very famous. Many big forces want to win over them, but they all refuse. I didn't expect you, Brother Chen, to have such a big background. When Zhu Zhuqing talked about the legend of Yi Liangchen's parents, his face showed admiration and yearning, like a little fangirl. So what if he was famous? Then he disappeared. Yi Liangchen felt that his cheap parents must have beaten many soul masters from big forces. After all, there would always be some arrogant and domineering people among those big forces. If his identity was exposed in the future, some people might come to cause trouble for him, but it doesn't matter, anyway, I have enough cards, no one can use it. Brother Chen, I'm sorry for bringing up your sadness. Zhu Zhuqing said weakly, feeling a little sorry. Fine. Now we have to cheer up. If we want to find the Millennium Soul Beast, we have to set out deep into the forest. I hope our trip will be successful. Yi Liangchen reminded the little cat that after all, this girl is just a little Karamika now and is too weak. Brother Chen, don't worry. Zhu Zhuqing believed that since he had 2 soul rings and his soul power had reached level 30, self-protection should not be a problem. Chapter 42,000 Years of Ghost Leopard. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Although the soul-hunting forest in the north of Notting City is not as good as the Sunset Forest and the Star Doe Forest, there are still many types of low-level soul beasts. Yi Liangchen felt that the age of the soul beasts in this forest should not exceed 3,000 years. After all, these were only soul beasts kept in captivity by the Empire. In addition to the soldiers guarding the entrance to the soul-hunting forest, there is also the Wuhuan Palace Law Enforcement Group, which regularly patrols the interior of the forest to prevent poaching. In fact, the main purpose of the law enforcement team is to prevent illegal poaching by the soul-hunting teams. After all, in addition to soul rings and soul bones, soul beasts' meat, skin, and teeth are very valuable. There are many free soul masters who will take risks. Ouch! Rustle. Deep in the forest, many 10-year and century-old soul beasts were walking in the forest. When they saw the intrusion of Yi Liangchen and Zhu Zhuqing, they all became alert. Meow. Zhu Zhuqing immediately summoned his martial spirit and transformed into a ferocious cat-eared girl, ready to deal with the attack of the spirit beast at any time. Yi Liangchen also took out the long sword from the soul guide to guard against these soul beasts. Ouch! Suddenly, 2 ghost wolves that were about 300 years old rushed out of the woods, roaring and rushing toward the 2 of them. These 2 netherworld wolves were about 1.5 meters long, as big as calves, and their bodies glowed with yellow light, which was the hallmark of century-old spirit beasts. Brother Chen, be careful. Netherworld Thrust. Zhu Zhuqing directly activated his first soul skill and transformed into an agile ghost civet. His fingers turned into sharp claws and he quickly grabbed the 2 ghost wolves. Roar! Yi Liangchen punched out with a tiger-shaped fist, and his soul power turned into a huge tiger claw, knocking back the 2 netherworld wolves. Ouch! After the 2 ghost wolves were repelled, they stood in the distance, staring at the 2 men with bared teeth, ready to launch a second wave of attacks at any time. Zhuqing, I will assist you. You can use these 200-year-old ghost wolves to practice your skills, but don't kill them. Just fight them off. If you kill them, the smell of blood may attract other powerful soul beasts. Swish! Yi Liangchen quickly summoned the goddess martial spirit, activated the second soul skill, and blessed Zhu Zhuqing. Life blessing. A green light shot out from Yi Liangchen's hand and poured into Zhu Zhuqing's body, instantly doubling her combat power. Brother Chen, your auxiliary soul skills are so powerful. It feels like my overall strength has doubled several times. Zhu Zhuqing never expected that Liangchen had such powerful auxiliary skills. It was so unexpected. Go try it. Liangchen withdrew his martial soul and spread his consciousness, alerting the 200-year-old ghost wolves within a radius of 100 meters, which also scared away other soul beasts that were less than 100 years old. Okay, Brother Chen. Swish. Zhu Zhuqing rushed over quickly, only to see an afterimage flash by, and instantly rushed in front of the 2-century-old ghost wolves, turning on the food abuse mode. Ha! Ouch! The increase in strength also made Zhu Zhuqing more courageous. The 2-century-old ghost wolves were defeated steadily in front of her powerful power. Ow. 3 minutes later, 200-year-old ghost wolves fled in all directions with their tails between their legs. The nether wolf expected to have a full meal today, but he didn't expect to encounter a tigress and was beaten to the point where he suspected that the wolf had given birth. Brother Chen, what kind of martial spirit is that beautiful goddess martial spirit of yours? I remember when you rescued me, it seemed to have a wrapping function. Why does it have auxiliary skills now? Zhu Zhuqing ran to Liangchen and asked curiously. At this moment, she still maintained strong strength and felt that she could fight against the soul sect. My goddess martial spirit has 2 abilities, attack and auxiliary. The auxiliary spirit skill just added to you is called Life Blessing. It can increase all your attributes by 30% within 10 minutes. All attributes increased by 30%. No wonder I feel that my strength has increased several times. Brother Chen, your martial spirit actually has 2 abilities, attack and assist. It's so awesome. Jiaoyu, it's okay, let's go. Let's continue looking for the soul beast. Oh well. While the two were chatting, they set off towards the depths of the forest. Liangchen planned to find a 2,000-year-old lightning leopard for the kitten. After all, with the help of his cheating, this girl's physical strength had been greatly improved. With her current strength, absorbing a 2,000-year-old soul ring would not be a big problem. The Millennium Soul Beast is a rare animal in the soul hunting forest. The two searched for it for a day, but still couldn't find the right one. Zhuqing, let's stay here tonight and look for it tomorrow. If there's nothing suitable yet, we'll go directly to the Star Forest. Brother Chen, I will listen to your arrangements. In the evening, the two found a small cave of about 3 square meters and planned to spend the night here. Brother Chen, this cave is not very big. Let's cut down some tree trunks and build a simple door to block the entrance of the cave to make it safer. No problem. Just do what you say, men and women work together, and the work is not tiring. The two of them directly chopped some tree trunks as thick as a bowl with their knives and cut them into sections. Then they found some ropes and tied the tree trunks into a shape. A simple guardrail blocks the entrance to the hole. In order to be safer, Liangchen also moved some big rocks and built a wall outside the cave entrance. Zhu Zhuqing sprinkled a layer of medicinal powder outside the cave entrance to prevent snakes and insects from approaching. He also placed many leaves outside the cave entrance to cover the entire cave entrance. Zhuqing, I didn't expect that you have quite a lot of experience in surviving in the wild. Liangchen was also surprised when he saw the kitten's skillful skills. Brother Chen, I went to the forest with my sister-in-law before. I learned all this from her. As a soul master, I must learn to survive in the wild. At home, I was often suppressed by my sister and could not practice well, so I had to run away hiding in the mountains to practice. Zhu Zhuqing also told Liangchen some interesting stories about her survival in the wild. People were forced out. Eat some dry food first. Conditions are limited. We can't cook tonight, so we can only cope with it with some dry food. Liangchen lit a fire, then took out a pot of water and some dry food from the soul guide for dinner. Don't worry. Brother Chen, I've long been used to this kind of life. Zhu Zhuqing felt that being with the person he liked, even drinking water, was extremely sweet. Ouch. Gigi. In the dead of night, the screams of various soul beasts could be heard from far away in the forest, making people's scalp numb. Liangchen could even feel a soul beast passing by dozens of meters away from the cave entrance. Fortunately, the two people had blocked the entrance of the cave before, otherwise they might have been discovered by those soul beasts. Brother Chen, you can go to sleep. I'll keep watch for you. Let's go together. The entrance of the cave is protected by a wooden door and a stone wall. There should be no problem with safety. We need to be energetic and look for the soul beast again tomorrow. Okay, Brother Chen. The two of them each took out their sleeping bags, spread out their quilts, got in directly, and began to sleep. Just when Liangchen was drowsily asleep, a figure came directly in, waking him up all of a sudden. Kitten. How did you get in here? That looking at the kitten sitting next to him, Liangchen was speechless. If he continued like this, something would happen sooner or later. Brother Chen, I can't sleep alone. Can you chat with me? That the little cat found a lame excuse and then lay down directly next to Liangchen. Okay. It's up to you, but you can't take advantage of me. Liangchen waved his hand indifferently. Pfft. Brother Chen, shouldn't this be what we women said? Zhu Zhuqing was immediately amused by this guy. Aunt Lan and the others once told me that boys should remember to protect themselves when they are outside, especially when they encounter female gangsters. After Liangchen finished speaking, he moved to the side, leaving the little cat speechless. Brother Chen, do you think I'm a female gangster? Zhu Zhuqing looked at Liangchen, as if he would eat him, so he twisted his mouth, grabbed the other person's hand, and pulled him to his side. Little kitten. You don't have martial ethics and are engaging in sneak attacks. Liangchen felt that the kitten had become crooked, and the once peaceful kitten was gone. Brother Chen, stop talking and go to sleep. Didn't you say you wanted to chat? I don't want to talk now, let's go to sleep. Zhu Zhuqing hugged Liangchen's arm tightly and felt a sense of security. A smile appeared on his face, and then he gradually fell into a deep sleep. After a night of silence, the next morning, the two of them were awakened by a faint sound. Ouch! Bang bang! Sounds continued to come from a distance, mixed with the sounds of fighting. Brother Chen, it seems like there are soul beasts fighting. Come on, let's go take a look. Maybe there is a soul beast suitable for you. The two got up, walked out of the cave, found a creek, washed briefly, and then quietly sneaked in the direction where the spirit beasts were fighting. Ouch! Ho ho ho! When the two came to a valley 1,000 meters away, they found a ghost leopard and a wild boar fighting. Both soul beasts were up to 1,000 years old. The ghost leopard was up to 2,000 years old and the wild boar was up to 2,500 years old. Year. Zhuqing, if you can't find the lightning shadow leopard, just kill that ghost leopard and make it your third soul ring. Liangchen decided to let the little cat absorb the spirit ring of the 2,000-year-old ghost leopard. Anyway, her martial spirit was that of a ghost civet, which had similar attributes to the ghost leopard. Brother Chen, you decide. I will listen to your arrangements. The ghost leopard is a top-level animal soul ring with powerful strength and speed. Zhu Zhuqing also feels that this soul beast may bring different changes to himself. Zhuqing, let me tell you, I heard that there is a titled Douluo in the spirit hall called Ghost Leopard Douluo. His martial spirit is Ghost Leopard. This kind of martial spirit is considered top-notch among beast martial spirits. Ghost Leopard Douluo. So powerful, that when Zhu Zhuqing heard that there was such a strong person in the spirit hall, the Ghost Leopard spirit was much more powerful than the Nether Spirit Cat spirit. The age of this ghost leopard has reached 2,000 years. Zhuqing, the pills I asked you to take before have given you a strong physical quality. Now you want to challenge the limit. Do you have the confidence? Liangchen directly told the age of the ghost leopard so that the girl could be mentally prepared. Brother Chen, since I met you, my strength has improved a lot. My strength is at least twice as strong as before. I am confident. Zhu Zhuqing learned about Liangchen's heaven-defying soul ring configuration and wanted to challenge his own limits. Then we'll wait for the opportunity and take action again. The two of them hid in a big tree and quietly watched the two soul beasts fighting. Ho ho ho! Bang bang! The battle scene between the 2,000-year-old spirit beasts was very destructive. Within 100 meters, dust was flying, gravel was flying, and many trees were broken. An hour later, the wild boar was finally defeated. Its stomach was torn apart by the ghost leopard, and it was dying. But the ghost leopard didn't feel well either. One of its hind legs was pierced by the wild boar's fangs, and one of its front legs was bitten off. After the battle, both sides were injured. Zhu Qing, do it. Clear. The two men immediately summoned their martial souls and killed the two soul beasts. Life blessing. Liangchen directly used his second soul skill to assist Zhu Qing, instantly increasing her overall strength by 30%, allowing her to fight as hard as she could. Ho ho ho. Although the ghost leopard had two broken legs, it was still very powerful. Seeing two humans coming to kill him, how could he be willing to die? So he opened his mouth, revealing his sharp teeth, ready to fight back at any time. Shua. Zhu Qing, torture the ghost leopard, don't kill it all at once, torture it hard until it suspects that the leopard is alive, and then kill it. After Liangchen killed the wild boar with one sword, he remembered that soul beasts would most likely produce external soul bones when they were extremely resentful, so he asked Zhu Qing to give it a try. Brother Chen, don't worry, although Zhu Qing didn't know why she did this, she would do whatever Liangchen said. Meow. Ho ho ho. Zhu Qing was now assisted by Liangchen, and he was very powerful. In addition, the ghost leopard had lost two of its legs, so there was not much strength left, so he was suppressed and beaten by Zhu Qing the whole time. Bang bang bang. Ouch, ouch, ouch. 20 minutes later, the ghost leopard was beaten with bruises all over his body. Zhu Qing directly launched the final blow and killed the ghost leopard with one knife. Replenish your soul power, adjust your state to the best, and prepare to absorb this soul ring. Liangchen took out 2 soul power pills and put them into Zhu Qing's mouth to keep her in the best condition. Buzzing. As soon as ghost leopard died, the purple soul power aura gradually condensed into a large purple circle. Brother Chen, I'm going to start. Zhu Zukingpan sat on the ground, summoned his martial soul, and began to absorb this 2,000-year-old soul ring. All. The moment the purple soul ring was attached to Zhu Qing's martial soul, a powerful force rushed into her body, causing her to scream. Buzzing. Zhu Qing, I'm here to help you. You immediately mobilize the energy in the soul ring and integrate it into your physical body. Liangchen also used the life blessing soul skill to bless Zhu Qing. Brother Chen, don't worry, I can handle it. After receiving the assistance, Zhu Qing quickly used powerful force to suppress the energy in the soul and began to absorb the soul ring with all his strength. An hour later, a tiny drop of blood appeared on Zhu Qing's body. Liangchen used his spiritual consciousness to sense the situation in her body and found that there was no big problem. Zhu Qing kept telling himself in his heart that if he wanted to break his fate, he had to become stronger. Human potential is endless. If you don't push yourself, you won't know how much potential you have. Zhu Qing kept pushing herself. After 3 hours, she finally succeeded in absorbing it. A powerful aura erupted directly from her body. She was successfully promoted to Soul Master, and her soul power reached level 32. Brother Chen, I succeeded. Zhu Qing jumped up from the ground, threw herself into Liangchen's arms, and cheered excitedly. Kitten. Not bad. Liangchen knew that the little kitten would succeed. He had cheated on this girl before and let her take the foundation building pill and the body tempering pill. He also taught her the full set of 5 elements divine fist, which made her body very powerful for a mere 2,000 years. Soul rings are nothing at all.